Hey, what's up, ecosystem? Welcome back to ATI, the car shipping business channel. My name is Jay. You know, my goal every Tuesday night is to bring you another trade show level business presentation to you wherever you are, because your automotive business deserves the latest news in transportation. And if you're busy, and I know you are, in a minute, I'm going to give the welcome show lineup. You're going to be able to skip ahead. I said skip ahead. I know it's a long show, so you look down in the video description below, look for the time codes, you can click on them, skip ahead to portions of the program that apply to you. That's later, because you're live with me right now. Please do leave a comment. Remember to like, share, tell your friends. Thanks for watching ATI. You know, when I started this channel, I was searching load boards for cars, getting vehicles dispatched to carriers. That was my main focus. And I spent a lot of time, I mean years, working as a dispatcher and feeling the pain that we all go through to keep carriers loaded and profitable. And when I say pain, I mean losing sleep, losing sanity, ready to jump out the window, pain. Well, why is that? Isn't it just a list of cars that you book, right? It's, you go to the grocery store with your cart, and you put stuff in it, and you check out, right? Yeah, theoretically. Here's the big problem. Some load boards do that. But the biggest load board, the one everybody knows, tonight, I have my Dispatching Live co-host, Sue. She's going to join me and help me look at the top 12 auto transport load boards in 2022. And then for a panel, we're going to bring in Elena, a dispatcher, Darrin, a carrier, and you. Please join the live chat, ask your questions, share your thoughts, grow your business. Because it's Tuesday nights live on Auto Transport Intel. I'm Jay, your host. Welcome back to the show. What is going on, everybody? Thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time, spending the evening with me and the ecosystem. Really do appreciate it. It's great to see all of you jumping into the live chat, saying hello. Yes, I did say skip ahead. Here's the deal. I know it's a long show, such a long show, and I can't shorten it, and it gets longer all the time. But no matter what, I want you to feel welcome. This is Auto Transport Intel. This is the place for everybody. Dispatchers, carriers, brokers, shippers, dealers, auction reps. If you work at an OEM, if you're into safety, insurance, equipment, please do say hello in the live chat. You are welcome here. We want to hear from you. We want to see your smiling face and your words and your company info, and where are you and what are you doing? Are you loading? Are you unloading? Are you staring at the load boards? Is your load not popping up? We're going to go into industry news at the quarter hour, and front of the store, back of the store, national news, social media news, what's being talked about, auto transport load boards, carriers on the move, Super Bowl ads, good times, and all that. That's going to happen. And then, if that wasn't enough, we have an information superhighway again tonight. You know, Throughout the years of this show, I've had information superhighway segments in addition to industry news. In the beginning, I think it was the same, and then it... Anyways, we have an information superhighway again tonight. Where is it? Oh, there it is. So join us for that at the 45 minutes. It's an auto transport load board update on ATI. So that's going to be a good segment. And then we're going to get into, at the 1 hour mark, see, I told you, in 1 hour, you're going to fill 1 hour before you get to the topic? Well, yeah, I'm sorry about that. But at the 1 hour mark, Auto Transport Load Boards top 12 in 2022 with Sue at Murphy Auto. We're going to go over, so what are they? What are the top 12? What's your top 12? I'd love to put it in the live chat. What's your number 1? What's your number 2? What's your number 10? Do you look at number 10? Does anybody look at number 10? Does it matter? That's why we have 12. And then we're going to do Q&A, panel discussion with Elena. She's a dispatcher. Darrin, he's a driver. And frankly, you know, if you're chomping at the bit to join us, you know, put it in the live chat. I mean, because this is, you know, this one's for the community and the ecosystem. That's why I started this channel. That's why I did load boards early on, is that this is where everybody's looking. This is where we run into each other. And this is where the ballroom brawl... I mean, it's endless. It's totally endless. And it really, does it need to be that way? Because it affects the shipper, it affects the carriers, it affects affects everybody. Doesn't anybody want this fixed? All right, well, I'm not saying we're going to fix it tonight, but we are going to talk about it. So please dude, help me out. Leave a like. Let people know. This is what you got to... I mean, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to. But if you want to, if you're so inclined, click share, click copy, grab that YouTube link, share it, text it, fax it. You know, there's some people are still using fax machines. Fax it. Just fax it already. And if you go to autotransportintel.com, click on sign up, become an ATI insider if you're new, if you're changing your business, or you're trying to grow your business, or you're running into a roadblock. Maybe you want to talk about a CRM, a load board, a mobile app, insurance, equipment, whatever. And we got other shows during the week, which we'll talk about in industry news as well. So we got all that stuff. I'll tell you what, I'm a couple minutes late to the live chat, so man, I'll be right back.
The ACV Transportation team is always looking to expand our network to safe and reliable carriers. As an ACV carrier, there are many perks that allow us to become one of the fastest growing carrier partners in the nation. ACV carriers have access to our job board with thousands of new jobs listed every day. You do not need to pay for access, and every job listed is exclusive to our carrier partners. Interested in a job? While you stage a job on the job board, no other carriers have visibility to that job for 15 minutes, giving you the time to make the best decisions for your business. Get paid within 1 to 2 business days. Our jobs are exclusively dealer to dealer, which means no more walking in large auction lots to find the vehicle you're looking for. Be one of the thousands of carriers who grew their business in partnership with ACV.
Dealer transportation, peace of mind. Carriers pick up, deliver, and get paid on time. Join the nationwide network at acvauctions.com/ATI. Sign up with Carrier by ACV Transportation. The links are in the live chat. Dude, this live chat is lit. What's up? I'm going to go back to the top of the live chat. We got John at LAI Auto Transport in here first. What's going on, John? I'm grabbing bells and horns and whatnot. I'm like, here, dude, this is me tonight. I'm like, man, what's up? I'm having fun. I'm excited about this show. There is a lot to talk about, and you're gonna see some fireworks too. Some passion. We're gonna bring out the dispatching live on a Tuesday night. That is pretty cool. Yeah. So Ty does love load boards. That is a confirmation. And John says, okay, he made it back to DC. He's reloading, going back to Florida. Actually, at Mannheim. Oh. Well, Ty loves load boards and Mannheim, so that's a twofer. Auto Ship Direct is here. What's up? Hello, Auto Ship Direct. Thank you for saying hello. Super Dispatch. Hey, Jay and Ty. What's up? It's Ben at Super Dispatch. What's up, Ben? Thanks for tuning in and saying hello. Kimberly's here. What's going on? Welcome to Tuesday Nights Live. Let us know if it's your first time. If you're a long-time listener, first-time caller, please do feel welcome. David at Two Bears says, hey, hey, hey. What's up, David? Carlos Braxton is here. What is going on, Carlos? Mark Rodeke is here. Hey, what's up, Mark? Superflow Systems in the house. Kicking Up Dust is back. What's up, Kicking Up Dust? Vistaga. Hey, Jay, can't skip the live. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. But I am sensitive, and I try to throw that in the beginning. I know for a fact that some people don't watch this channel because they think the videos are too long. And I understand that, and I'm still trying to figure out, because I've seen some of the other videos that are nice and short. Man, really? Oh my God, you got 2,000 views for that thing? Holy mackerel. Keep it to yourself, Jay. Ants Transportation is here. What's going on, Ants? Let's see here. I saw that, but I'm trying to stay focused. John Cochran threw down. What's up, John? LAI Auto Transport. And you know, John is a carrier on the move. John makes the industry news. Thank you, John. Send in your photos. You want to make the news? Send in the news. Here, let me share the link here. You can send it in. autotransportintel@gmail.com and join us. You can upgrade from live chat. What is this? Super Dispatch. Holy cow. What is going on, Super Dispatch? Move cars faster using Super Dispatch. Sign up, become a verified carrier. Start booking loads through the Super Load Board. Well, Super Dispatch is in the top 12, and we'll be looking at it too. Thank you so much for that contribution. That really means a lot. Thank you. The channel appreciates it, and appreciate all that you do. The technology, the reach out to the community. Thank you very much. Really do appreciate it. Let's see. Oh, and Super Dispatch and Superflow. Throwing up some high fives. What's going on? Silver Mint is here. Aloha from the frozen winter wonderland of Petoskey, Michigan. Petoskey? Yeah. Ants has 3 frozen faces. In fact, we have a shovel, a car, and snow in industry news. Fast Eddie Transport. I told you I'd give you a shout out. Send it in. Chris is here. What's going on, Chris? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, this is going to be... Actually, this is a big show. And I say it all the time, but this is a big show. This is going to be a good one. We did a lot of prep. Man, we prepped. Now, this is an interesting comment. Ant says, using Super Dispatch and love it. When I have to use the other ones, I feel sick. This is what I'm talking about. True statement. It's a true statement. Devin at Victory Lap is here. What's up, Devin? Geek Offline. Thank you for tuning in, Geek Offline. That's cool. When I see, I apologize when I get late to the comments. When I see comments come in, and then I see you show up in a live chat, that's awesome. Thank you. Really do appreciate it. Car Shipper. Joe at Car Shipper is here. What's up, Joe? Yeah, man, keep us posted. You can't super chat. So, yeah, you know what's weird? I don't know what is going on. And it's now in industry news. I got comments going crazy. I've had live chat stuff go weird. I don't know what is going on. So, I'm sorry you can't super chat. Dang it. That's alright. They got you covered, buddy. Hey, Jay, have you done a show yet about port to port? Ooh, it's a good one. That is a good idea. Port to port. I need to write that down. Oh, shoot. Where's my notepads? Well, I'll just write it over here. Port to port. Gotta keep it organized. Gotta keep them separated. Tracy Whitmore's here. Oh, Tracy! Cool. Tracy and Tommy are from Tampa. That wasn't planned, but it does flow. And she was on Dispatching Live and made it into the Tuesday night. That's cool. So cool. Calm down, cars on the move. That is funny stuff. I don't think anyone has ever told Ty to calm down before. It doesn't work. Don't do it. Unique. Oh, thank you. Wow. Unique said she loves the channel. I'll tell you what. You know what? Thank you, Unique. Thank you. Really, really appreciate that. It means a lot. Really. I don't hear it enough. Let's see. Can you show us some rates? Oh, yes. That's right. So, Geek Offline, I saw your question, your comment on YouTube, and we're going to do that Thursday. So, tonight we're just going to talk about the load boards, but join us on Dispatching Live, noon on Thursday. Please do, and we will absolutely do that. We just won't have time tonight. We're running out of time already, which is great. I like that problem. Hey, what's up, John Robertson? Good evening. What's going on? Yeah, this is going to be pretty interesting stuff. And there's going to be debate. There's going to be tears. It'll be like a dramedy. Rob Stevenson is here. What's going on, Rob? Awesome. Man, thank you guys so much. Truckify, Moosey's in the house. We'll keep the live chat open for a minute. Mic check 1, 2, 3. How we doing? We're okay? I think the levels look all right. Oh, no way. Get out of town. Cars on the move. Breaking through with the super chat. Thank you so much, Ty. Got some cool industry news, Ty. And actually, I just before the show, was doing some email back and forth of something that you know about in May that we want to know more about. And good things are happening in May. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing, is that I do, I like the live chat. I like to read it. I like to see everybody. And Ty and I are really big on trying to get to know what everybody's looking for, how we can help, and, whatever. So, had to grab the laptop. There you go. Hey, Gary at Gartho Logistics is here. Crashing the part. Oh, Gary. Oh, Gary. Come on now. No. There we go. Clearly the sound machine's all queued up. We're ready to go. Oh, and the DOT guy, yeah, that's a great. Thank you, Gary. Kicking up dust is throwing down on the. Thank you so very much. That is awesome. Thanks for. We're glad we can help. That's the whole point. Is that this isn't the Jay show. This isn't the, let's rack up the views and we don't care about, the consequences show. We're really trying to grow the community and we want to hear from you. We want to know how we can help. And that's why we encourage everyone, if you haven't already signed up, go to autotransportintel.com, click on sign up. All right, you know the drill. All right, let's do this. Thank you so much for the live chat. That was an awesome live chat, super fun. Here comes Superflow, and after this, industry news. Stick around.
Transport Auto Quoter is by far the leading auto quoting software on the market and the only auto quoter with a pro version that comes preset with accurate pricing for anywhere in the U.S. So you don't have to worry about it. The best part is that no change with your current software is needed. Just plug TAQ in and start booking jobs. Carriers can easily plug TAQ into their current websites and start making money right away. I bet you're wondering how we do this instantly and accurately 24/7. Well, constant analytics is the key. Our PriceWatch team is constantly monitoring current market conditions, paying close attention to seasonal and quick-moving industry changes. At the end of the day, it takes a lot of time and data to maintain good pricing, time that most of us just don't have on a daily basis. So free yourself up. Using TAQ Pro is really a no-brainer. Save time and money, maximizing your leads and optimizing your online investments. You'll finally be able to sleep well at night knowing that TAQ is on the job selling for you 24/7. Never missing a potential job.
Do you need an auto shipping quote and a broker software you can trust? Provide instant, accurate quotes online with Transport Auto Quoter by Superflow Systems. and move with Pro ABD. Visit superflowsystems.com. You see the links right there in the live chat. Thank you so much. All right, I'll tell you what. Thank you guys so much for jumping in the live chat. That is awesome. And yet, Ty, I know what you mean. I feel the same way. It's fun. It's a lot of work, but it's fun. And that last show that Friday show last Friday was off the hook. That was awesome. So if you missed that, be sure to check the homepage. Find out what shows that you missed and tune in. Yeah, be sure to tune in tomorrow. DOT Compliance. Jay, you're jumping ahead. It's show 226. Top 12 auto transport load boards in 2022. This is a big one. And hold on because we're already a few minutes late. I think we're gonna keep getting later. So hang on. We got so much to talk about. This show, I've got the Information Superhighway coming up, dedicated to just this topic. So we're going to do some industry news before we get there. Thank you for sharing this on social media. There it is on the Kart Performance Trailers Facebook page. Shout out to Hendrick, who was with us in Kansas City last week. Thank you so much. You know, we talk about the ecosystem, right? It's not just carriers and brokers and loads and all that stuff. It is a giant, enormous, global, universal, galactic ecosystem. And on tonight's show, on the load boards, we're talking about loads, carriers, and services, being the load boards on behalf of auctions, dealers, shippers, and brokers. Thank you, Gary. Oh, and please do me a favor. If you haven't already left a like, please do that. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. We talk about the back of the store and the front of the store. The back of the store, that's where you'll find the load board. The front of the store, that's where you'll find your shipper tapping their foot. Without the two of them in tandem together, it's chaos. We lack context when we do that. You know, 2021 was the year of the hybrid. I know, Jay, you keep telling us. But what is 2022? And I've been thinking about this. I was thinking the year of the mutation, that just doesn't sound right. But what I mean is adaptation. The year to adapt. I'm throwing it around. I'm thinking about it. Let me know what you think. Yeah, we started 1 hour earlier. Man, we're already used to it, Jay. You don't even have to bring it up. You know, when the auction's a packed house, you'll find Ty having hot dogs in lane 8. What does that even mean? Hot dogs in lane 8. That's networking. That's digital networking. For example, I get, comments. Hey, this is from Fast Eddie. You want to be a car hauler? I hope you got a shovel. Because, hey. Wow, dude. That is harsh. As if it wasn't already cold. As if you didn't have to walk 3 miles. Now you got to dig her out. Dude, look at that snow. That's not like freshly fallen snowflakes. Good times. But there it is, man. He got her loaded. And just for kicks, why not? Right on, man. Haul the Kubota, dude. Always looking for another good Kubota load. Not laptops, though. Not laptops, hay bales, or vintage coffins. But they're in there. We can prove it. Hey, carrier on the move, LAI Auto Transport. This is John. And we got a new carrier on the move. We got Fast Eddie Transport making carrier on the move. Do you want to join the ranks of carrier on the move? Send it in. Let us know where you are. Give us some context. We'd love it. Here we go. I was talking about the bots last Tuesday night. Let's do some more bot news. We need like a bot news theme song. All right. Enclosed car shipping services and assured car shipment. Okay, maybe. But here's your tell. Whenever a person is going to shift to new location, one of the major worry that creeps on the mind is assets transportation. Really? Wow, dude. Vehicles are immune to affecting, and these days, such enclosed are subtopics. Amazing, dude. I want to talk about, I don't know what's going on between the bots and the whatnot. Yeah, I get this. You see this? I see that a comment comes through on the YouTube channel, and I'm like, oh, cool, another comment. And I go to read it, and it says this. It happens all the time. More than makes sense. And then Darrin said on LinkedIn last week that he was unable to comment, or where his comments go, gave me a WTF. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. I also don't know how this happened. Here we go. Can you see the number? We had 325 watching on Cars on the Move a couple weeks ago on January 14th, which is verified in the streaming software. And yet, on YouTube, 31. And see the word streamed? Past tense. Okay, how? How'd you get 31 when there were at least 300 at one point? Anyways, we're going to move on. Hey, Jay, thanks for your help and support. Can you record video of Central Dispatch, Northeast Cars and Rates? Well, thanks for the request. And proof that somebody's watching. That's good, too. I like that. We'll see you Thursday. Here's another one. Hey, did Bats sign a non-disclosure so they can't market to your customer base? This whole Bats thing, the Bats topic has gone Bats. I don't know, man. I really don't know. But I do. I mean, look how far it's gone. There's a petition. There's a video by, like, Pirate Guy. I don't know what's going on, man. People want answers, though. I don't know if there are answers to get. I signed the petition because I want to know why I had to spend money to fix my website to incorporate a new series. Now, that's actually... I'm going to go with... Yeah, that actually makes sense. I mean, why were we told, again, what was that, 7 weeks ago? To move all your crap to the end of the driveway. Get out of here. Yeah, we appreciate you. We appreciate you paying us. Now get out. I don't know, man. I don't know what happened. Okay, this is interesting. I gotta share this. Now, this is a comment. It's almost impossible to register with Ready. And I said, well, it'd be great to get an interview. And then she calls me a liar for advertising them. Really? I don't think I'm advertising them. Do we know the difference between discussing a topic and advertising? No, we don't? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, anyways, here's another advertisement of information. Thank you for your interest. We value you. You'll find this. Oh, here's another advertisement of information. Got some stuff there. This is the load board. See, we're good. What we did is we transitioned into the actual topic. Certus has information of their load board. ACV on their app. You're welcome. And Holly. Okay, did she just upgrade to the new Magnus Driver app? We've been talking about this. Well, anyways. The point. See, people are updating. So, as we move into the topic tonight of pain, there are companies that are providing information about their load board, their software, their mobile apps. And there are companies also working on upgrades. And that's going to be important as we look to where we are And don't forget, you can send in your comments. Send it in, autotransportintel@gmail.com. And I'll read it. I'll read it. If I can open it. If the bots don't take it before I can read it, I'll talk about it. This is how you get your car shipping news. It's on ATI on Tuesday nights. And you can put it up on the big screen. Okay, here's my cue. Get ready. Oh, it's 7:30. We're right on time because it's time for Are You a Car Shipping Guru? You're going to play Ask Larry. We got 5 questions. Every Tuesday night, 5 new questions. And we're only got the questions tonight. And then on Thursdays on Dispatching Live at 1 o'clock, we'll do the questions again and the answers. Are you ready? Here we go. Question 1. The word car comes from the Latin word carus, meaning four-wheeled wagon to move quickly, traveling or moving machine. That's a good one. That is a good question. Golly, I don't know, man. That's tough. I could probably go for any of them. I need some help here. I'm going to phone a friend in the live chat. That's what I'm going to do. Chris has got fun times at the auctions. Devin, hey Ty. I'm watching on 2 phones in the parking lot. Awesome. Go ahead and walk your phone over to... Just walk over to somebody on the fuel island. Pretend you're, I don't know, engrossed in life. Be like, share the... Just show it to a friend. Or not. Show it to the cashier. We need some new subscribers. We'll take some fresh blood. Anytime. I don't know how to guess. Cars. I think it's something like... I think it'll be a verb. To move quickly, moving machine. Traveling. Yes. I'm going to go with traveling. Yeah, I think it's a verb. I'm going to do that. So we're going to go traveling for number 1. Ooh, Tracy's got moving machine. Carlos has 4-wheeled wagon. Yeah, Gary, traveling. I'm thinking that too. But I like the... Man, these are good. That's a great question. Well done. Question 2. What is the most appropriate carrier pay amount to ship a 2017 Kia Niro from Grovetown, Georgia to Rapid City, South Dakota? Is it $500, $830, $1035, or $1,310? Kia Niro. I'm going to go with... Man. Rapid City is like... That's the farthest I'll go north before turning around. And because of that, I'll go with... Well, but wait. Today's market rates. Okay. I always got to think about what's going on today. Larry's thinking about it too. Today's rates with the volume, I'm going to go with 1310. Because there's a lot of loads on the load board, which that pushes up the pricing because people have a lot of choices. I know Sue's been doing pretty well lately. We'll check in with her in a bit too. 13. Oh, look at this. 1310. 1310. Yeah. And David's got the odds going. That's excellent. Also, I think I've seen non-purposeful message retractions. So if you did it on purpose, good. If you didn't, I'm sorry. All right, question 3. Blank 80, the world's largest truck stop, includes a movie theater, trucking museum located in what state? It's part of its name. This one I got. Is it California, Texas, Iowa, or Florida? Great. I'm going to get at least 1 out of 5 correct this week. Yeah. See, right? The consensus is there. And that also, that consensus proves when you call in and you're negotiating, and when you're negotiating, you're a dispatcher, you call in a load, because you have to call, right? Because it's either beepers or faxes or calling. There's no other options. And you get lucky with the email, maybe. I don't know. Text, rarely. And you go to negotiate, and they're like, we move it for $75 all day. Come on, man. No, you don't. Stop. Yeah, there we go. We got it. The live chat has got this one. All right, here we go. Question 4. What is the most appropriate carrier pay amount to ship a 2019 Audi A7 from Perrysburg, Ohio to Waterloo, Iowa? $280, $565, $890, $1125. Somebody's got Iowa on the brain. Check. What? Yeah, Walcott. Yeah, right. Is it? I think it's Walcott. Is it? Perrysburg to Iowa. Audi A7? Oh, it's Ohio? What was I? PA? Did I say PA? Don't you hate that? I mean, I'm going to say 890. But honestly, it could go for 565. Nah. Nah, I'm going to say, see, Rob's got 565. And, you know, I'm never afraid to guess, speculate live and the whatnot. Just jump right out there and do it. Gartho, that's Gary, got 890. And Gary's a broker. So Gary, yeah, he knows what, and this is the price it'll move for. Not what anybody specifically wants. I know Silver Mint's going to put like $3,000 out there. I'd do it for 50 bucks. Exactly. Well, then somebody's gonna say, dude, we do it all. My daddy did it, my granddaddy did it, and yada yada yada. Here we go. Question 5. What was the best-selling non-truck in the U.S. in 2021? Is it the RAV4 CRV Accord, or is it the Camry? See, on this one, I go with Honda Accord like every time. I've gotten it right a couple times. Best-selling non-truck. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Accord. I just do. Oh, no, it's Camry, though. Didn't we get this one recently? Best-selling? Yeah, I think it's Camry. Honestly, I always go with Accord, but I'm going to go with Camry on this one. And if I'm wrong, I'm going to be pretty irritated. It's all right. To get me fired up for this load board show. That's what we're all doing here, by the way. Live chat, look at this. Yeah, in the A7, right, exactly. But you know, Devin, if you bring that up, they'll be like, psst. All that stuff. How about this? Let's talk about load boards. Who has struggled just to get them to come up 25 bucks? Me. I've done several times. In fact, one time, I was so irritated at the process, I said, how about just come up another $5? $7.50? You know? And now he got irritated. Well, welcome to the party, pal. CRV. Camry. Yeah, Camry. All right, well, dude, that is awesome. Thank you so much for all those questions. Don't forget, go to autotransportintel.com, click on sign up. Become an ATI insider. Find out how Ty can answer questions or point you in the right direction. And that is just the first half of the news. We got a whole second half. So do me a favor, stick around, because right after this, we got the second half of industry news. Auto IMS and ConditionReports.com are pleased to introduce the Transport CR mobile app. Auctions, consigners, and dealers who engage independent transporters now have an affordable tool to hold all parties accountable when unexpected damages arise. Inspection photos, geotagging, date and timestamps, and user-specific authentication all ensure transparency and accountability. Install the Transport CR app or contact info@conditionreports.com. To learn more, visit conditionreports.com. Look at that live chat going crazy. That is a fun game, and I thank you so much for joining me for it. Here we go. Part 2, industry news. So BMW returns to the Super Bowl for the first time since 2015. And I think it's a good sign. When we see car makers return to advertising, that is a good sign. It's kind of a sign of the times, right? It makes us feel a little more normal, right? Because there must be a reason. You're marketing for a reason, I think. Especially on the Super Bowl, where it's $1 jillion. In fact, that's how long ago things were normal. In 2015, it was Katie Couric and Brian Gumbel talking about BMW. I just want to know, is John Hamm going to be in it? Please, put John Hamm in your BMW ads. Vroom is coming back to the Super Bowl. And what they got is, this time they have a individual, and this actually ties into what we're talking about. Shipper to shipper and confusion and the whatnot. You've got a gal that is, I think I'm okay. Am I okay? I can say that? We didn't get canceled? Okay. So we have a gal. She's selling a vehicle. And there's this musical. They made a musical. And I know. Musicals are tough on me too. But anyways, they made a musical, Vroom the musical, and she's selling her car, and then everyone's Flake the musical. That's funny. They're dancing around her and they're asking her, "Did you sell your car?" And yeah, I'm gonna sell it. And then somebody says like, "Yeah, but," or she says, "Yeah, but." Then there was a counter offer. There was a negotiation, and that's when everything went sideways. And now the customer is flipping into the Vroom world, out of the real world of negativity and whatnot, and getting their Vroom, flatbed delivery, sitting at home, comfortable. That's her real house, and that's really her car. Is that a BMW? And so that's the Vroom ad. It's going to be fun. We're going to all watch it now. Now, when you be triggered, there's your bell. When you're watching the Super Bowl and you see this ad, think of ATI. Would you? Okay. Hey, Ford shut off the orders? Wow. Ty, when I saw this, the first person I thought of was Tim Bart's #Ford video guy. And he went live tonight. And I'm sure he's talking about this. This is new news. Man, it's crazy. Going crazy. What else we got here? And then, the Ford Bronco Raptor. Man, people are going to be all over this thing. 37-inch tires, too. From rock crawling to desert racing. Remember, it's all about the car. Spring EV. Cox Automotive teams up to supply affordable fleet EVs. So, okay. With the help from Cox Automotive, Spring Free EV will be able to meet demand from fleet managers looking to transition from gas-powered to electric in an economical way. Huh. That's pretty cool. There's a Tesla there. See? We're a neutral platform. We're not, We'll talk about it. We'll share the news. This is interesting too. Vehicle subscription always like vehicle subscription. Services provider. Okay, he started Nextcar, and he's rebranding it as Autonomy. And by the way, this is the same guy that founded TrueCar and Fair, and Nextcar, and now Autonomy. So that's interesting. This is Autonomy. You can go to autonomy.com. No loans, no commitment, no debt. Get the car you want for as long as you want. And then after 90 days, give it back when you're done. We're a car subscription company. I got a question. All right. How do you manage all the logistics of the transportation around vehicle subscription? I know, like the paper boy, riding the bike, papers in the basket, throw the paper at the front door, back in the day. Well, how do they do it with vehicle subscription? Because until these cars drive themselves, I don't see this being economical, efficient, easy, gorilla suit, mowing the lawn, button, clickable, simple. But, I could use some education too. Uber eyes electric car share future and acquires Car Next Door. Interesting. Which is, it's Australian car sharing platform. Australia? It's like that old salsa commercial. New Jersey. Okay. I read this today. Building a network of drivers to help ship cars across the country. Okay, so this has never happened before? Wow. The carpool platform streamlines the end-to-end process so customers, they can get a quote, provide shipment info, make a payment, and track. Wow. I've never heard of this idea. Auction houses, dealerships, individuals that ship a vehicle, quote provided based on vehicle size, market size, conditions. Incredible. Lithia dealership finds success hiring salespeople from non-automotive backgrounds. What we decided to do is stop looking at resumes and stop looking for car people. Isn't that interesting? That's interesting. Hey, don't forget, go to, so this is kind of cool. What's Car Conference? Car Conference is in March. You got 2 big automotive trade shows in March. And you know this because you watched and screen captured Automotive Trade Shows 2022 when we did that show in December. Didn't you? So if you missed it, anyways, Car Conference, the first big show in March is NADA. The second one is Car Conference, March 22nd through March 24th. And I don't go into the NADA stuff like weekly because it's mostly dealers, it's giant booths. It's a giant show. But Car Conference is accessible, and this is pretty cool. Oh my gosh, Auto Transport Intel is going to be at Car Conference on March 24th at 2 o'clock hosting a panel, Auto Transport Logistics Challenges and Trends, I'm going to be the moderator. We got Joe Burkhardt from Midwestern, John Robertson, Ship Your Car Now, Jose Delgado of Location Services, and Dana Rogers, Pre-Owned Auto Logistics. That is going to be very cool, my friends. And leading up to it, actually next Tuesday, we're going to have Dana, Joe, John, and Jose's on vacation. So Ken from Location Services will join us. We're going to do kind of a brainstorm live preppage. It's going to be cool. Here's another one to put on your calendar. In April, Automotive Intelligence Summit in Raleigh. Don't know which trade shows to go to? Talk to Ty. Ty would be happy to consult with you. And Ty is going to be going to, here, let's go to live chat, 417-483-2764. You can text him, which trade show should I go to? All of them? Ty's going to be going to most of them. Lots of them. Ty's going to be busy. On the road with Ty. Ty on the move. Here's another one. Let's see. This is, here's a new, and I'm going to share. Here's the link. This one is recently added. The Auto Transport Growth Conference 2022. It's going to be on 420, dude. No kidding. That is awesome. So yeah, there's the link. You can. Gotta cancel my That is amazing, dude. Wow. 420. Thank you so much, Ants. Made my night. So cool. What else we got here? Oh, yeah. You know that, oh yeah, this is old news already. Isn't it amazing how fast the news cycle is? I've noticed, I think I said, the deja vu, I think I already said this, that the news moves so fast now, you'll get 2 or 3 news cycles a day. So like this whole, we started at 7 o'clock, Jay, yeah. When did you change that, in the 80s? DOT compliance is noon every Wednesday. Tune in for that with your DOT guy, Brian Riker. We'll talk about vehicle load, distribution, proper weight. Don't be the flip of the week. Join us on Thursday, load board, search advice, dispatching live. Sue's going to be up in here soon. We got an info highway to get to. Hey, we got a special, do you love setting an appointment at a repossession recovery yard? I mean, do you love it? You know, whatever. You do it, right? You do that. Well, Brianna Cox, she works with a recovery agency, and she knows what it's like on her end of the business. She's going to join us Thursday. And so if you want to if you got a question about this, ideas about this, join us Thursday. She's going to be our special guest about 30 minutes into the show. And, as I like to say, always book that vintage coffin. Cars on the Move on Fridays, dealers, auctions, carriers. We had an amazing show this past Friday featuring Will Morris. Honestly, I think that this show was our highest liked and shared show yet. I think Michelle with Transport Holiday Advice, she came in second. She was the previous top seed, but Will Morris, the car auction coach, that was a great show. And both Will and Michelle, we will be having back. That's good stuff, good for the channel. Awesome, I love it. In fact, this Friday, we got the Melting Block of Ice with Tim on Cars on the Move. If you missed last week's show, Finished Vehicle Logistics Spot Market, do check it out. I can, and here's what's cool. See, now it's a week later. Go into, here, you go to, I'll go ahead and share it. If you go to this show, Finished Vehicle Logistics Spot Market, and now you can see in the video description, here's the show, there's the link. I didn't put any header because, you know, if you're not live, you know. But you click on that link and you go in the video description. You can skip ahead, do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. This is Auto Transport. This is the Car Shipping Business Channel. My name is Jay. Thanks for watching ATI. I really do appreciate it. Okay, as if that wasn't enough information. See, we're at 7:51. That's crazy. We still have to do the information superhighway. Then we're going to go into the top 12 list with Sue. There's still so much to do. So stick around because we're going to be right back.
Are you completely stressed out? Yahoo.com. Give us a call today.
You need help staying loaded or moving a car? That's the voice of Sue. She runs a dispatch office. She's a fully licensed broker. She's my co-host on Thursdays on Dispatching Live. Visit murphyautotransportservices.com. Links are in the live chat. Here we go. Ready for some highway? All right, here we go. I'll just hit that one. Okay, so right, and there we go. All right, so we're talking about, this is the show, top 12 auto transport load boards. So this is your auto transport load board update information superhighway. Now, you know, when I started the channel, it started with dispatching videos, right? You may have seen this one. It's an oldie but a goodie. And, you know, I got the hat on backwards and I'm booking loads. It's the good old days. And then there's me, you know, talking about tips and advice. And I mean, it was really a lot of videos about Central Dispatch. And I started with mostly Central. Then I did some Ready Auto. And then I moved into, okay, from booking loads, how do you read a dispatch sheet? And then how do you book a load from, you know, whether you're on vacation or you're remote? And what's the point? What do you got to do? You know, you book a load and then what do you do? Okay, and how do you say the words, you know? That's another thing. I'm calling, like, this is greenhorn stuff. I'm calling about a load on Central Dispatch. Say it with me. Maybe you know nothing. You just walked in, you were planning on being a surgeon or a dentist or a nurse or, I don't know, whatever. Making soap and candles, and it's your first day. Say it with me. You just say, I'm calling about a load on Central Dispatch. And as long as you do that, people know what you're talking about. And from there, it gets mega difficult. So I thought, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I never did find a list. I never did. I looked. So I made the first list that I knew of. Top 5 car hauling load boards. And, you know, we're always focused on auto transport. You can find stuff about, you know, DAT and truck stop. That doesn't mean anything in auto transport. So I thought, there it is. I'm going to make the video top 5 car hauling load boards. Central Dispatch, One Dispatch, Cars Arrive, United Road, Metro Loads, and I added Ship.Cars as bonus number 6. Now, the year on this is 2018. Not that long ago, but long enough to where we've seen some changes since. And I knew we'd see some changes, and I started to look ahead, and I made this video, Auto Transport Software Update Q4 2019. This was 4th quarter 2019, and it included not just load boards, mobile apps, TMS, CRM, and I was trying to also educate, because as I was getting educated and more information, I realized it would help to add some education, because everything's not just a load board. And how do these things interact? What do they mean? Okay. Then, before the year was over, I thought I'll update the top 5 to the top 12 car hauling load boards 2019, which is actually the last time I did a list of auto transport load boards. Excuse me. And the reason it's the last time I did it is because I didn't think enough had changed. And really what's surprising is when you look at the current top 12 compared to the top 12 in 2019, there's not a lot of differences, which is also kind of scary. But there are enough differences where it's time to talk about it. So, moving along. Okay, by the way, what is the top 12, Jay, in 2019? Go ahead and you can screenshot that if you want to. But we all know that Central's number 1. And I also I did this by capacity. Here, you can see that. No, there we go. Capacity, longevity, and momentum. Okay? Capacity, longevity, momentum. Which is the way most things are ranked. Now, Central Dispatch, where are we at, Jay? The reason that's number 1, most loads, right? Which is what everybody always says. There is only one load board because they got all the loads. Okay. Do they have everything else you need? Not so much. All right, well then we need to look at the other load boards. Capacity, longevity, momentum. Also, the number 1 load boards have been around the longest, it seems. But their momentum, So they rank number 1 with capacity, longevity, and now we start to look. All right, well, what else? What else? By the way, I know that in the dispatch office, I always used more than 1, and I know Sue uses more than 1 also. All right, but do we use all 12? Maybe sometimes. And this gets into, that's why it's good to have 12, because there's more than 12. I'll bet you're looking at the screen right now saying, there's a couple I don't see. Yeah, there's a reason. And we'll talk about that too. So it was on Dispatching Live, which started up about a year and a half ago, where we started hitting this stuff every week. And it's really brought the dust out of the carpet. And we, okay. Really? Oh, you can't read, well, you can't, there we go. This, basically, she called in and they said, oh yeah, no, it's not moving for that. So you got the wrong price. Really? Okay. Is that necessary? How about this? Oh, actual pickup, actual delivery. Is that necessary? Got the wrong price, wrong location. The payment's a problem. Is that necessary? Really? And this happens all the time. How about this one? Transporters listing cars. Nice. Without a broker's license? Yeah, listen, I don't like quoting scripture and verse either, but if you're going to do it about the dispatchers being illegal, well then, good for the goose, good for the gander, man. And what about the ratings system? It's so broken. Oh my gosh. Your supporting documentation, even though it's probably accurate as heck, even though you sent us stacks of supporting documents, it's just, regards. It's ridiculous. And more. And there's more. And this one, we removed your... how about this? This is a shipper. A shipper shouldn't be so frustrated that they're wandering into auto transport intel. Right? Here we go. That is easier to read. I mean, that's ridiculous. That is... Did you know that? Do people at your giant office building, and I mean, it's big. We know where it is. Do you guys know that shippers that are using your services are wandering into the ATI saloon to see if they can get a question answered? That's insane. Look at this, the emails of problems. I mean, it's out of control. And what is this? A vintage coffin. I said I'd prove it. It's really up there. And you know what load board this is. Heck, it's a fresh load. It's got the green bar. Hay bales. And you'll even recognize some of the shippers. Laptops. Laptops? Come on, man. All right. So I know that these sites have documentation that explains to the users how simple it is and how well it works. I know that. So I went up to eBay. You ever look at all this stuff that eBay's got? Right, policy enforcement, listing conditions. Listing conditions? We don't have that, do we? Limitation of liability. Oh, that one we got, yeah. It's called regards. It's the regards policy. And so what's happened is on Dispatching Live, now we have to put on our detective hats on Dispatching Live and try to find ways to actually level the playing field by providing links to federal organizations that may, actually help you. Actual complaint, actually nobody cares. And we know also that these software companies, or I don't know what they are anymore for us, but they are working on improvements and upgrades. We see the emails. But is it just for the dealers and the shippers? Can the carrier get some? How about that? Have you seen this? Man, I looked at it. We're going to be talking about Cars Arrive. Cars Arrive's in the top 12. So Sue and I, what we did on Dispatching Live is we started making, I was talking to her about, we need to make a new top 12. And she's like, yeah, but there's actual load boards, there's broker load boards, this and that. And it gets complicated really fast. And so this is where, what you can do is you can help us, please. We need your help. Please do jump in the live chat. If you miss this show live, you can put it in the YouTube comments below. If you don't want to comment, you can send it in. Send me an email. Here, I'll put it in this. And I'm going to say this too. We're already on camera one. Man, if you just want to watch and lurk and learn and spy, whatever, because we also know that we know the big companies are watching this channel now, but they never talk. Can't get them on the phone. That's fine. All right, we're fine with that. But know that the marketplace, the industry, nationwide, is going through turmoil, confusion, and whatnot. And they're only going to put up with it for so long. I mean, do you think this is going to go on forever? Or maybe is that the plan? Since now we know that there's a software you're willing to just push to the end of the driveway at the end of the year. Is that the plan? And if it is, whether it is or isn't, because we're not going to find out, we're not going to know. And I also thought that there was a merger a year ago or so. I'm being vague, right? There was a merger like a year ago or whatever, an acquisition, I don't know. Where we thought things were going to get better. We haven't seen anything get better. And the whole new look idea a year ago, no. Nobody cares. Nobody's using it. So we don't know what's going on. We're left to speculate live on the Car Shipping Business Channel. And that's what we're going to do. We're just going to speculate because nobody will talk to us. So we just have to do a grassroots deal, make a show, make up our own top 12, and see if the other 11 can save us. I don't know. But here we go. I'll tell you what. Right after this, we're going to bring in Sue, and we're going to unveil the top 12, and we're going to talk about it. So stick around. Is your current vehicle imaging process producing inconsistent images? Frustrating? Time-consuming? At the mercy of another vendor's schedule? Well, it doesn't have to be. Black Widow Imaging provides a simple system to capture high-quality images of your vehicles in seconds. Simply align the driver's side tire with the floor stripe. Stop on the floor plate to scan your vehicle code and capture the exterior images. It's that easy. It's also equipped with an interactive 360-degree interior camera option so your customers don't miss any details. The results are fast, consistent 4K images that are delivered to your website in minutes. Let us show you how easy your imaging process can be anywhere in the global supply chain. Visit blackwidowimaging.com to schedule a live demo. Capture more automotive business profit with Black Widow Imaging, high-resolution 4K images for OEMs, auctions, dealers, rail, port, fleet, insurance, transportation, and more. Schedule your live demo. Visit blackwidowimaging.com. Links in the live chat. Did I land it right? You know, I was thinking, in moments like that, I was thinking of, on, what is it, Return of the Jedi or Empire Strikes Back, when the X-Wing is flying through the Death Star, trying to make the tunnel, and the deer. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Hey, here we go. Sue, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. It's okay, odd.
Good.
It's kind of like dispatching live, except it's Tuesday night.
And it's dark.
I know, and it's dark, right? Yeah. So,
oh, and it's quiet in my office.
right. Oh, that's strange too. We won't be able to do goodbyes.
Yeah.
Listen, everybody, please do help me welcome. Wish a warm welcome to my Thursday Dispatching Live co-host, Sue at Murphy Auto Transport Services. She's with us. She's here. And we're going to unveil the top 12 load boards, auto transport load boards 2022. And I'll just say this. So there's my homepage for my YouTube channel. Ding. Here's the Murphy Auto Transport Services.com homepage. Ding. And yeah, I'm going to share your... what I'm going to do is, here's what I did. First of all, Sue, I went ahead and I grabbed the links that that are on your documents. Let's just jump into the documents. You guys want to see these
Sure.
documents? All right. Sue put this together. We put our heads together, and I got Sue to help me put pen to paper. Here we go. All right. Now it's a little, let's see.
Big. Yeah.
It is. I know.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah, but it's not oriented. Here we go.
Now it's too small.
Yeah, now it's too small. Okay. Well, here, how about this? Wait, how about this? Can you see? Oh, it's almost. All right. Well, that's okay. It's partly my fault. But we're jumping into the top 12. All right.
Yes.
Sue, do you want to go ahead and read the top 12 for me?
Okay. So we got Central Dispatch, United Road, Metro/Acertus, same company. Super Dispatch, Ready Auto, Ship.Cars, CarShip.io, ACV, Run Muggy, Cars Arrive, Carvana, and Dispatch Center.
All right. So that's our 12. Okay.
Yep.
And so I'll tell you what. Here's what we'll do for the live chat. All right. Say them again. I'm going to type them. Central Dispatch. What's the second one, Sue?
United Road.
Which is Holly.
And then,
okay.
Yep,
Third.
Hollyboard. Metro.
That's right. Metro,
And then
Certus,
Super
okay.
Dispatch.
Super Dispatch. Okay.
Ready Auto.
Which is...
Ship.Cars.
I'm just going to write one dispatch.
Ready Auto is the one dispatch, yeah.
Okay. All right.
We should have put that on there. I don't know what we were thinking. We should have made that a category too. Okay, so Ship.Cars.
Okay.
Now we're remembering things, as we're doing this.
Hey, why not?
CarShip.io. Yes.
Okay.
And then ACV, Run Buggy,
Hang on one
Cars
second.
Arrive.
Hang on a sec. And then Cars, right. Cars Arrive. Okay. Which is Cars Arrive Network. I never really understand that. Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
I know.
Carvana, which is technically ePay Manager. And then Dispatch Center.
All right, cool. All right. So I put the top 12 in the live chat so you can see them there. Again, whether you're live or on demand, we want you to number one, we want you to know that we've looked at it. We're going to talk about how we came up with this list, but this is 12 that you probably recognize and may or may not use, may have feelings about, may have questions about. Oh no, Silverman. It's so funny.
I know.
You know, it's so funny because I almost put cooked cat trucking. See, if you're right here, if you're watching and you don't know what we're talking about, you see Silverman's comment and I said cooked cat trucking, you'll see that on this channel, we're careful. We know that there's plenty of folks out there that, you know, want to put something together and say, you know, slandered or defamed or whatever, when really it's, you know. Okay. All right, let's keep going. All right, so Central Dispatch is number one. Let's take a look at it. Central Dispatch is number one. All right. By the way, oh, and I want to do this too. Sorry, Tammy. Tommy, this is Tommy. Tommy Whitmore. Tommy in Tampa. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, and Ty,
Yep.
look at it. Again? Ty's in here with another super chat. Thank you, Ty. That's awesome. Oh, and there's vehicle. Yeah, but does even no John? Nobody even knows. But I like it. That's it. It adds to it. That's part of it. I don't even know if vehicle has a load board. Do they?
No,
I think it's just a mobile
so.
app.
I don't know.
I think it's just a mobile app. Oh. All right. So Central Dispatch. This is the one that everybody says really is the only one that matters. True?
True. I mean, I hate to say it. True. Don't like it.
Yeah. And look at the cost. And that's what's so amazing.
Yes.
It's the only one. Well, we're going to find out. We're going to talk about Dispatch Center and the cost. But it's the only that's just to get the list of cars, right?
Right. Well, I mean, yes and no.
But how much does eBay
I mean, you got to be a
cost?
member, so people give you loads, you know, that kind of thing.
How much does eBay cost a month?
Are you there?
Check. Can you hear me? Uh-oh.
Now I can.
Okay.
What'd you say? It
How
went out.
much how much does eBay cost a month?
I don't think you pay. You pay by the amount you list, and if you sell it, it's a percentage.
How did see? And this is one of the. I'm the guy to ask the really crazy questions. Not only am I Captain Obvious, but I'm the one that also asks the craziest questions. And I don't understand how it's all through trucking. The carrier is the one that does all the, you know, most of the work moving it. Pays for the fuel, pays the, you know, pays. But in trucking,
Right.
all load boards have figured out to charge the carrier the most for that too. How?
I don't know
Do you
about that.
Do you know how much they pay for truck stop or DAT in general freight? It's hundreds
Yeah, but
a month.
like, I mean, if you're a broker on Central Dispatch, though, you pay more money than that, than the transporter does.
Okay, that's fair. Interesting point. All right. Point to Sue.
All right.
And
I'll take it.
and well, and you know, and so you can go to, here's the sign up link if you don't already know. Seems like everybody's already signed up. Here
Well,
you go.
and you notice the rates they got on there, right? That's not accurate either.
Is that right? Tell me
Yeah,
more.
there's no, as far as I know, there's no 89.95 plan at all.
Really?
I'm pretty sure
Well,
we've looked it up, and there was nothing like that on there.
but
And
Sue, they're busy
the-
with the
I
new
think-
look and the, you know, and all the, you know,
two
all
people
the,
that work there,
all the disputes they got to get through. Yeah, and all the faxes coming
Fiverr.
in. Yeah. And really, let's get to the big beef. Is that this is the big problem, isn't it? How long does it take to get signed up?
2 to 3 months right now. It used to be you could get signed up within 2 to 3 days. Then it went to like a week, and then over the last, well, what we're finding out is probably over the last, what, 3 months? Now we're up to 2 to 3 months. I mean, it's crazy.
So, I'm sorry, 2 to 3 months to get signed up? Why does it take, what do they do? Come to the house and look at the trailer? What are you talking about, 2 to 3 months?
No clue. Nobody can get an answer. And every time somebody calls in to find out how much longer they have, remember, it's just some random number they throw at each other. You know, I think the last guy that called, he had already been there for, what, 36 days. They said it was going to be 64 days. I'm like we said, how do you get a number like that? You know, just rip that one out. So,
And what if somebody that knows somebody at the company could nudge them and be like, hey, do you think we ought to do something about this? Like, now they're talking about it on YouTube. But, you know, as I say,
yeah.
you know what I'm going to say. What am I going to say?
Say it.
Nobody cares.
There you go.
I mean, who cares? Come on. Nobody cares.
That's obvious. Nobody cares.
Come on. Nobody cares. I mean, really. Because, like, if I can't think of another industry that has problems like this, even with all the Amazon stuff and people living in tents and spray painting or whatever was going on, you know, they realized, man, there's a lot of TikToks about how crappy we are. We should maybe fix something. But is that going to happen here?
I don't
Or is
think
this going to go to 4 to 6 months?
That would be scary, but I could see it happening. They need to hire more than 2 people. Okay.
What's your guess in live
At
chat?
$2 million a month.
Are we going to 4 to 6 months, or is this as bad as it gets? Because I honestly, what do you think? I think.
You think it's going to get worse. I think it's going to get worse. What are you going to say? 6 months? Don't say a year.
Sue, nobody cares.
Well, this is true, unfortunately. We care. I think everybody out there cares.
Okay, but why
They
do we
should
care?
care.
Okay, why should they care, and why do we care? I mean, tell us why. Because
I mean, I know why we care. I know why they probably don't care.
All right,
Well,
why do
because
we
we've
care?
got people out here that are paying insurance and can't even get on the road because they're depending on getting on central dispatch, because nobody usually will let you haul for them unless you're on central dispatch. I mean, you can get signed up with Ready if you've been in business for a year and you can work for them, but can you work exclusively for these companies like United Road, Ready Auto, who else? Cars Arrive if you're 90. I mean, like if you're established and you didn't sign up for central dispatch and you just randomly decide, okay, hey, I got to do this now. You would not be able to work with only those companies, and they can't fit your needs. Let's just put it that way. There's no way you're going to find every single load through United Road, Ready, or Cars Arrive. And I'm not sure if Metro you can't, because you have to have 20 ratings on Central. So
I think you just came up with something. I think we have a new TikTok challenge that we need to go viral. Take the Central Dispatch challenge. Can you book loads and stay busy and profitable without using the top load board? There's your new challenge. We dare you to do it. If you can do it, we want to see a copy of your dispatch sheet or something, or I don't know. Is it possible? How many people could do it?
I don't think you could keep yourself fully loaded. I mean, yes, you can use Super Dispatch. You can sign up and use them, which I would highly recommend. If you've been in business for a year, you can do Ready. What's your other rules? Metro is 20, so I don't think you're going to make that one. United Road you can get signed up with. Who else is on our list here?
And that's why we have these rules up here, right? So, all right, let's talk. So let's start looking at number 2 through etc. Okay, why is United Road second? Because, and I mean, I'm part of the reason.
Most loads.
Okay, right.
We went by how many loads?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oops, let's see. Here.
Kind
What
of.
do we need to do here?
We did do a little bit different stuff towards the bottom, but in general, the first 5 we were going by the amount of loads on their board, I think.
Oh, hey, Two Bears says he hasn't used Central in probably 8 to 10 months. And you know why? Because he's still waiting.
But do you have your own account?
No, I'm just kidding. It's a terrible joke. It was just kidding. Theoretically, hypothetically, and all those adverbs.
I think Two Bears probably has some of his own accounts. Pretty much he has to have all of his own accounts.
Well, and that's exactly. And that's actually, speaking of actual pickup, actual delivery, what's actually happening, some companies don't have to do all of their own booking. And that's where this is an important distinction. If you have customers or you work for a company that sets you up with loads, then this doesn't count, because we're talking about carriers that are 100% load board reliant on staying busy.
Right.
And for carriers
or their
that
brand
are
spanking new,
which is thousands of carriers. I mean, thousands of trucks, right? Thousands of trailers.
That's why we're into 2 to 3 months. Yeah.
So United Road 9,000 loads, Metro 8,000 ish, Super Dispatch 4,000 ish, Ready Auto 2,500 ish. The biggest surprising thing on here, I thought Ready Auto had more loads. Did they used to have more?
Me too. I don't know. I've never checked it before until we were doing this. Same thing with Cars Arrive. I was surprised how little loads were actually on their board too.
Yeah, actually,
because Cars Arrive is technically Odessa, right? So
okay,
I mean,
Cars
it's
Arrive,
like, what the heck?
Cars Arrive seems broken. I mean, like, what do you mean there's 300 loads on Cars Arrive? That's right. I've never seen that.
Yeah. And I actually raised that because we rounded everything up, and it was literally 256 when I checked that day.
Carvana's got a question mark because what is going on?
Because there was 8 loads. There was only 8 loads on ePay Manager. There's something wrong there.
I know.
Too.
And how do you even get to the load board? I literally don't even know how to get to the Carvana load board.
Well, you can't. You can't until you sign up with Carvana. No, you have to be signed up with Carvana. You have to be in business for 90 days. Then they give you a username and password. Then you go to ePay Manager, and that's where you get your loads, or you call to get the loads.
ePay Manager.
Or email them.
Okay, but how do you get a hold of them? I mean, do you act like you're trying to sell a car on their website, and then you pull the switcheroo and say, "Hey, actually, I'm a transporter." How do you get?
No, I mean, there's a link on the other page we've got, and you go in there and sign up with it, and it takes you to My Carrier Packets, and then after that you go through that whole thing.
All
what
right,
do you mean, like?
Okay, but tell me.
You can't call them.
Let's play a game. Sue, tell me the link. What's the link?
The tiny URL is what you're talking about.
See, this is the I'm having a good time. Okay,
we made our own link.
I know. Okay, but if you want to go to Central Dispatch, go to centraldispatch.com/sign up. United Road, go to holly.com. Metro, I mean, you can go to metroloads.com, right? And there's a button, right? Superdispatch.com, there's a button. My point is,
there's all buttons.
You're a nationwide.
Yeah, there's no button.
There's no. I mean.
Well, I mean, it's. I see what you're saying. Like, you can't just go to Carvana, is what you're saying.
I know, but
you have to go to this packet center.
You can't even go to like secret Carvana carhauler.com. Like, there's no where. It's an ePay Manager. I'm still lost. It's so strange to me. Here's the problem. I appreciate marketing and advertising and simplicity. We all do, right? People, I just want to know what it costs. I just want to know where it is. And then you got the Carvana load board. I just want to get a tiny .url.bitly. It's so nuts. All right. And to me, that's one of the reasons why Carvana's number 11. I don't know how many loads. I don't know how to get there. Dude, I don't know. Right?
Because you see more loads than that. What I found on the board on Central, so I don't know what's going on with it. But it's been like that for a couple of weeks because we've been watching it at only 8, and I thought that was so weird.
I think one of the questions here is, as we look at the top 5, let's focus on the top 5.
Mhm.
Central,
Okay.
United Road, Metro, Super Dispatch, Ready Auto. The
Yes.
question is, what I want to know is, if Central is the first, with the number
Mhm.
1 highest loads and eons of wait time, all right?
Right.
Because it stands out. I mean, are you saying you don't have to wait on any other load board to get signed up? Other than,
Well,
okay, there's requirements. Walk us through this.
right.
Tell us this. What is going on here?
Okay. All right. So United Road, if your authority is under 6 months, you can sign up with them. You cannot choose the quick pay option, which is the 5%. You got to either go with the 14-day or 30-day. So you can get signed up with them. Metro requires, I think that's got cut off there, Jay. But Metro requires 20 ratings on Central Dispatch. You can see where it's supposed to say it at the top, but anyways, the truck and they want a picture of the truck and trailer loaded so they can check your straps and make sure that you're the truck you really are on the picture. And then you can get signed up with them. Super Dispatch is free. They're talking about on there right now. It is free.
Yeah.
However, how it works is if you don't have an account with them, you can call and get a load. Okay. And it's up to, of course, whoever you're talking to, whether they want to give you the load through Super Dispatch. Because I don't know if everybody realizes that Super Dispatch is actually, they will dispatch it through Super Dispatch and you just claim the load there. And that part is free. If you want to use all the things that they have with it, with the EBOL system and stuff like that, then it's $55 a month. Ready Auto requires 1 year from the date of your MC start date. You want to scroll up a little bit for me, Jay?
Oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Okay. Ship.cars, as far as I know, there's no, I just signed somebody up today. So as far as I know, there's no like amount of time. You just have to send in your MC authority, W-9, insurance, that kind of thing. Carship.io, same thing. As far as I know, it's just the MC. I didn't even know that they charged. And on the other page, it shows that they charged. And I've always gotten loads from Carship.io through big brokers like Auction Direct, that kind of thing. And you can access the board from there. ACV requires 4 months from the MC start date. Run Buggy is the same thing. It's just MC authority, W-9 insurance. Cars Arrive is 90 days from your MC start date. Carvana is 90 days from your MC start date. Dispatch Center, as far as I know, has no rules as well. You can sign up right away with them.
And you know what I really appreciate about this? Sue did a lot of work over. I mean, you've had these lists, these requirement lists, for a while.
For,
like is
for
it years?
A couple years, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a couple years.
And that's really important, and it's been really helpful because, like Ty says, seems complicated. Oh, you betcha. I mean, because you think, right? That's the problem. The get rich, quit, bankrupt video series that we see all over the place. Don't talk about any of this stuff. Because it is way more complicated just to get a freaking access to the load board, meaning, let me clarify. You can't just go dust off your pickup out back and start getting rich, like the video told you. No. You gotta go find the loads, and to find the loads on many of these load boards, you can't just be woken up out of an ice age and get moving. They want to make sure that you've got an MC worth a darn because they don't want you to be the next flip of the week.
Right.
Right? Capiche?
Yeah. I mean, well, and it makes sense. I mean, who wants to just, you're not going to let just anybody roll. I think back in the day when I first started, that's how it went. You just rolled. I mean, I worked for Metrogistics 17 years ago. And it was you just call and get a load and keep on moving kind of thing.
Exactly.
Today it's a lot different.
And that's why
you have to have all this paperwork.
Especially Ready Auto, 1 year from the date of your MC start date. Now that is not how it used to be, right?
No, it used to be you could get signed up. Then we went for 2 years where they took nobody at all. Then after, what was it? I don't know, 6 months ago, 8 months ago. They said, "Oh, we're going to let everybody start signing up." And then I get on there and it's like 1 year. You have to be in business for a year before you can even. But yet I get calls every single day from Ready Auto asking if I can take a load. And I always tell them, I'm sorry, that driver is not allowed to haul for you for 1 year. And they go, "Really? We didn't know that." So,
Oh no.
yep.
True story? That's awkward.
True story. All the time.
Like, so you got a newbie who's like, yeah, I'd love to do that. Oh, no, wait. Prank call. Truck and trailer, what is going on? What's on the Metro? Truck and trailer loaded so they can see the straps. Oh, they want to see pictures of your equipment?
Of your equipment, yeah.
That's reasonable.
And there's part of it's cut off. Yeah. It's supposed to
okay.
say 20 ratings, but
Oh, with
I think when
20
we blew it up,
ratings.
it cut it off.
Talk about
Yeah.
that. I love it when you talk about that. Sue's going to talk about, okay, you trying not to use Central Dispatch, but you have to have 20. What's the deal, Sue? You have to
So they require you to have 20 ratings on Central Dispatch, and then you can go get signed up with them. But that's not the only person that does it. I mean, there's wholesale requires you to be in business for 6 months and have 20 current ratings in the last month before they sign you up. Ready, before they did this 1 year thing, was doing it to where you could only haul a load if it was old, I think. And then you had to haul so many loads within a certain amount of period, otherwise they kicked you back out of the system. So apparently that didn't work. So we went to the 1 year instead, because I could see why that would never happen. I mean, loads don't sit on the board for months at a time. You know what I mean? I mean, if they're a good load, they're going. If they're a bad load, they're sitting. And who wants a bad load?
Well, it's funny because that's what we talk about at Dispatching Live all the time too. We're really focused here tonight, and that's where Sue's help is. Man, I mean, I couldn't do this today without your help, because I'm finding myself more and more removed from everyday load board action, and so again, I mean, I appreciate you putting in the time to help making this list a reality. And it's pretty simple. This is way more simple than the original information as we looked at it. I mean, and here we go. Let's do this too. I'm going to share, again, just to be fair. So Central Dispatch, I think I put the link to Central Dispatch already. Besides, everybody already has it. If you're not signed up with Central, you're waiting to get signed up. Am I right? Okay.
Or you're making phone calls.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So then there's Holly. I'll put the links in. Holly is second. Third, we've got Metro loads because of the volume, and also, what about the rates and the way it's not third just because of the volume. Metro loads has been around a long time, right?
Yes, they have. They used to be called a totally different company. They got bought out about, was it been like 5 years ago? Something like that.
They got acquired by Acertus, I think is the way it worked. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So now,
and they used to be like right nearby me, actually. So
right before
now
that,
it
was McNutt, right? McNutt.
Yes.
I want to say.
And around the Bolivar area, something like that. Yeah. Yep.
Thank you, Auction
In fact,
Direct
if people
Bobby.
work for Metro, they sometimes still see McNutt paperwork come over when you get a load. So.
Yeah. And that stuff happens. We get it. But so, yeah, I mean, they have a lot of loads. And some of them pay pretty good.
Yeah.
Maybe the live text chat line isn't the best, but we're not focused on that right now. But we would like to see, because I think that's one of the things too, is that what the problem is, whenever anybody tries to have logical discourse about load boards, man, there's a million ways to get hung up. We're waiting on this, we're waiting on that, and look at us right here. I mean, throwing big rocks about 2 to 3 months, although that is kind of crazy. But yeah, the like with Holly, there's a lot of short runs, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of short runs.
I think they specialize. I want to say They specialize in a lot of short runs.
Mm-hmm.
I
So,
really do believe
which
that.
means, and that's one of the problems. 9,000. If you really look at a route you're gonna do, well, shoot, man, there might be 10, maybe, right?
Yeah.
And that's the
Yeah.
problem. That's why 9,000 is not going to do it, because half of them you wouldn't haul
No.
because it's a short run nowhere near you. Whereas on Central Dispatch, no matter where you're going, from anywhere to anywhere, there's probably going to be some loads. Which is why it's so frustrating that it's become this viper pit of triple listed, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. Whatever. Okay, I'm going to try.
Non-brokers.
I mean, well, you saw that I had that in industry news. I had, you've got wrong prices, wrong locations, payment issues. And then if you do have a problem, the dispute system is like bananas. What's wrong?
You might as well forget it.
I mean, you've been through, how many times have you tried to use the dispute system on that load board? Would you
Oh,
say? Dozens of times?
let's see. Do I? No, let's try hundreds of times.
Hundreds of times.
Oh yeah, we put in disputes weekly.
Does anybody?
I sent them an email yesterday.
Oh yeah. Do they? What's your overall impression of how they address you regarding their amazing dispute system?
Can you push that button I gave you?
Nobody cares. I mean,
Yes.
now, okay, Jay, let's
I
try
was
that
talking about
again
the other
without
button,
all the
but anyway.
sarcasm. Oh, well, I mean,
No.
are they receptive on this issue?
No.
They're just
No,
not.
not at all. No. I dispute stuff all the time where people don't pay me. The only thing they do is if someone didn't pay me, because I'm a broker and it's a broker fee, they'll give them the negative. But other than that, if I complain about, or if I give someone a negative because they didn't pick up my car and it was storage and it was said exactly, they tell me I don't have enough proof, even though I give them the paperwork that says it said exactly. It cost my customer X amount of money. I've got proof of that too. They're like, well, you didn't give me enough proof. That's a regular thing. And then if they give me a negative, I can usually get out of them because it's usually bullshit too. So
Right, I
sorry.
can get out
Anyways,
of them. Oh my God, that is so funny. I knew a guy.
I mean, I know the rules.
It's so true. I knew a guy. He totally screwed up. I don't remember, and I think it was partly my fault in the dispatch. We had a miscommunication. Anyways, It was our fault. But he found a picture of a busted rim, sent it in, said a story about his rim was busted, and got out of it.
Well, yeah, I believe that.
And that's where I mean, yeah, you can. Can it be fixed though, Sue? I mean, what would happen if someone said, "Hey, Sue, I'll tell you what. Here's $100,000. It's your job to fix it." Do you think you could?
Yeah,
Really?
absolutely. Yeah.
Do you think they got $100,000 to spend on this problem?
I think they got $2 million to spend on this problem. Anyway.
Oh man, that's awesome. Yeah, Auction Direct Bobby says Central's dispute is absolute. Oh, that's so funny. It's right there in
Bobby.
the live chat.
Yeah.
And again, listen, we don't know. We don't have confirmation. But I'm pretty sure, because I mean, this went out on LinkedIn, email, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, that we were doing the show tonight. There is a good chance that somebody within a stone's throw of Phoenix is watching. And they don't, I know that it's going to feel like a gang fight, like we're gang. But this is important feedback. Because it's gotten to the point where some lunatic on YouTube is hosting a live show and everybody's piling on. That's how bad it's gotten. Do you see? It's time to fix it or move it to the end of the driveway like the other software.
Yeah. Well, that's not going to happen, but.
Well, but that's the thing. Isn't that amazing that it happened with the other software? I mean, can you
Are you
believe
talking
that
about
they did that
bats?
with the others? Well, of course I'm
You're talking
talking
about
about that
bats,
other
right?
software.
Okay.
Yeah, that other software.
Yeah, I don't get that part.
I mean, I can't believe it happened. Well, somebody told me, and this is another problem. Man, you don't even know the people that are telling me stuff about some of this stuff because, we got to talk about it.
Yeah.
Somebody told me
Right.
the reason that happened with the other software is because they were losing money on that thing. So,
Really?
yeah, I know. Well, that's what's so
How?
funny. That's what I said. And they got into fees and costs and whatnot. And I thought, dude, if you're Google or AT&T or T-Mobile and you've got some fees associated with your network and volume, then you renegotiate and, you'd figure that out. You don't sell your business, do you? I mean, like would Jeff Bezos be like, yeah, we're getting killed on shipping costs. We're just going to have to shut this thing down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
not
get
going to
it.
happen. I know. Here's what we need to do. Let's see if. I know our friends have been very patient. Let's bring in Elena and Darrin, and actually, what we're going to do is first we're going to talk with Elena and Darrin. Elena is a dispatcher. Darrin is a driver carrier, and they know what it's like to basically go through what everyone is going through here. Rob said that Cars Arrive is the only one that's never given him a headache. Did you see that?
Really?
I
Really,
know.
Rob?
I
Then you've
found that
gotten
so
lucky.
interesting. Because here's the funny thing. Some of these load boards don't like dispatchers.
That's one of them.
Isn't that funny?
They don't allow dispatchers. If they find out you have a dispatcher, you cannot sign up with them.
Now, if you're a carrier and you don't have a dispatcher, that may mean nothing. But
Right.
I mean, the venom that you and I know. I remember there was a time, there was a panic going through the dispatch office years ago when we found out that
What
one of
happened?
these load boards, headed out for dispatchers and they were going to cancel.
Uh-huh.
They were going to cancel the carrier's account if they found out.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to,
Yep.
we were like, we had to go underground with dispatching. What the heck?
Yes,
hey,
they
yeah.
call me on my cell phone and ask me ask me to take loads. Isn't that bizarre?
Well, and that is actually that's part of that's an interesting facet is that now these big companies have folks in their own building breaking their own rules because they know it's not making sense.
Yeah.
So if the marketplace can't figure out what you're doing and your own employees can't figure out what you're doing, man, it might be time to listen. I know there's millions to count in those corner window offices. Oh, yeah. But in between stacks of billions, if you push the billions aside and you see that crying employee down by the fax machine, think of why that is. It could be your problem. Hey, what's up, Gary? Thank you so much, Gary. I really do appreciate it. So are Elena and Darrin, can you guys hear us?
Yes, I can. Hello.
Hey, what's up, Elena?
Hey.
What's up?
You've been very patient. You're a dispatcher.
Yes.
Jump right into it. What do you, based on what you see, hear, live through, where would you like to start?
Well, Sue said the most of, I agree with most of she's saying. I can tell you my personal opinion about each one of them, what the positives are and the negatives, if you want me to.
I would love that.
Okay,
Go for
so Central dispatch. Positives. The positive that I'm seeing there is the fact that we can still use the old search. That's the positive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good one.
About the new central dispatch, what I like about that one is that we can use the Google to view a route. In the old one, they use
Crappy maps.
MapQuest,
Yeah.
and it never works.
I know.
Yeah, crappy maps. They probably only use only Central uses MapQuest anymore.
Yeah, I can't even believe MapQuest is still on the map.
Right, because of Central. So yeah, I hate the new one as everybody else does. I tried using it and I hate it. I always go to the old search. The thing is, every day Central tries to force you to use the new one again and again and again. So you gotta go there and click use the old search link every single time. So that's what I think about Central. United Road. I like that you can self-dispatch there, as with a lot of other boards. It's not my favorite. I don't like, for me, I don't think it has the best prices, and you have to pay, if you want to get paid quick, you have to pay 5% fee.
Right.
It's
What
like
about the fact that you have to go back in time sometimes to get a load because the load boards, the dates aren't accurate?
right?
You have to go
Oh my
back
God.
in time. I mean, I
We can-
love that.
We can talk for hours about these
Seriously.
things. It doesn't take everybody. Also, United Road doesn't take everybody. They have
True.
special requirements, like what is it, Sue? The fifth
It's the
Fifth wheel
fifth wheel thing. They won't
hitch,
teach people if you have a fifth wheel, I believe is what
Yeah.
it is. Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah.
So
She had
what
that
else?
happen just the other day.
Oh, who is that? Who won't take a fifth wheel?
United Road.
Oh, really?
United Road.
Huh.
Yep.
hmm So I don't really search on their load board unless it's posted on Central Dispatch. Then I'll go to Holly and get it if it's still there. But if it's a good load, it's gone pretty quickly. And their app always glitches. Drivers hate their app. They don't send you manifests like Metrogistics. You have to contact them to get the dispatch paperwork.
Releases. And the
Yeah,
releases.
releases, yeah. So that's about United Road and Metrogistics. Positive. They do post a lot of loads. I get a lot of stuff from them. I like that you can get everything without having to talk to anybody and without being on the phone for like an hour. If you want to cancel something, it's pretty easy there. You can just get on their chat and explain to them. They don't really care. They'll cancel anything. So
The only thing I have a problem with Metro is like when you have to wait 19, 20 people in.
Yeah,
That's a pain.
I was getting to that one. So
Sorry.
yeah, no problem. They stopped sending you paperwork after you get a load. So you have to get in the chat. You have to wait until they're done with the 20 people. Sometimes they get to you and leave right away. So you have to get back in line, in the chat line. Well, the good thing is somebody will eventually respond to you there.
And with Metro, you better be careful, because sometimes they'll put the load out and you get more than one pickup or more than one drop.
Yep.
You really got to look at that with them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta
Good
pay attention
point.
to that.
Yeah.
Super dispatch positives are it's awesome for using an app to pick up and deliver for the drivers, for invoicing. Sometimes you can self-dispatch loads for certain brokers that post their stuff there. Negative is not everything is free there, just like Sue said. Next is One Dispatch, which is Red. I love Red. I love how easy it is to use. Their app is pretty good. They don't charge any fees. They have a Carrier Connect chat button where you can go and get help when it's on. They respond pretty
Yes, she
quickly
taught me
there.
that one.
They have a
And
carrier. What is the Carrier Connect thing?
yeah, it's called Carry Connect. So when you log into Red, there's a link on the left side. You click Connect, and it takes you to a completely different website where you can click chat button. Like right now, it's probably off because it's after hours. Let me go there. Yeah, it's on the bottom. It says access the new Carrier Connect website here. So you click on here, and it takes you to carrierconnect.readylogistics.com. And on the right bottom corner, right now it says help, but during business hours, their chat is open there.
Right.
I want to say this too. I want to jump in. I love the commentary that you're adding. It's so helpful, wonderful. And I want to say this is that Rat One Dispatch was always one of my favorites because
Yep.
I could book day or night, click of a button, and I knew what I was getting, and it wasn't a bunch of weird surprises. And I never understood how we came to find out that, okay, Cox owns Central Dispatch and Ready Auto, but they never took the efficiency and technology of Ready Auto and added any of it to Central.
Mm-hmm.
How can that be? I mean, I
Yeah.
know it's different. I know. I mean, okay,
It's
so
different,
PepsiCo owns KFC and Taco Bell or whatever. And you don't find your chicken in your burrito and all that stuff. I get that. But when it comes to being the auto transport leader, we've read these words. When you claim to be the auto transport technology leader, and one of the companies you own has good tech and the other one, come on.
Doesn't.
I mean, and everybody's talking about it. I just don't understand. How's
So
that
is
possible?
are you saying it's because Ready Auto you can push a button, take a load? Is that what you're saying? The difference between then Central? Is that what you're trying to say?
That is one of the things I'm trying to say. I'm also trying to say, fax machines, like, stop revolving around fax machines. Nobody else in the world uses fax machines anymore. You're the
Oh my God.
last industry.
That drives me nuts.
It's
Got to
so
send
Stuff
stuff.
into
stupid.
Central
Yeah, you
Gotta
have
send
to
stuff
fax
into
Central.
Yeah,
and use
Yeah.
a fax.
and let's prove it.
Yeah.
Let's prove it. Is it up here? Like, don't you? If you want to be a carrier, you got a fax in your packet, right?
Yes.
I believe so. I know you update your packet on Central by sending in a fax.
Ugh.
Yeah, they do everything by fax. Central does, no matter what it is.
That is amazing.
You want to dispute something or something like that from a broker, whatever. You have to fax everything in.
Oh, I
you
don't.
know.
No, you don't. Not on
don't?
disputing. There's an upload there. You just
Yeah, you can upload there.
upload it and you answer it in the email. Yeah.
Which
Well, I gotta look for that one.
and I tell you, and that's the thing. Okay, so we're having our fun.
There's
and
an
again, I know
upload button.
there's somebody in Phoenix that's like, you guys. Okay, so let's do this. All right, let's say you're not having to fax everything. Why are people waiting 2 to 3 months to get signed up? I thought there was a
Good
driver
question.
shortage. Help me out.
There is.
Somebody else has heard of this idea, driver shortage, right? Like the whole world.
I can
Yeah.
answer that.
Yeah, help me out, Darrin.
It's because you got to fax everything in. They don't get it all. They lose it.
Or as I like to say,
Nobody cares.
nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Nobody
Or
cares.
like I say, Fiverr.
Exactly. All right. Hey, Elena, did you finish on Ready Auto? Did I cut you off?
No, I love Red. I love Red. Cars Arrive and Metragistics a little bit, but Red is the easiest. You can get your paperwork to download right away. Most of the times they have all the releases attached there. You can go cancel the load easily as long as you explain why you did that. I like that you can actually make a timed offer on Red. and they pay quickly. They don't charge percentage. You
True.
can set them on auto. I'm getting technical. You can set them on auto refresh for your needed route.
Oh
You
my
know,
God. That's right. I forgot about
another one she
getting
taught me.
busted.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what getting busted is?
they will bust you if you do refresh every 20 seconds. But if you do more than, like if you do 30, 40, you're going to be okay.
Like, can you get busted for refreshing? If you use the refresh busted program, should we just say what it is? This week, I mean,
Yeah, it's called-
can we still get like kicked out of the country for talking about Auto Refresh Plus? Whoops. If you use Auto Refresh Plus and you get busted on Central, can you get busted on like
24
eBay
hours.
for will they bust you for using it on eBay?
No,
I mean, does anybody else
I don't
care?
believe so.
It's so funny. God, it's so funny. Because that's a lot of money on those load notifications, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Never thought about that's
You
why
got
they
to
don't
pay.
want it.
Hey,
Yeah.
man, you got to pay for load notifications. You can't jump that subway
Mhm.
turnstile, buddy. Get back. Pay like everybody else. We want you to pay for those load notifications. And if you use Auto Refresh Plus, well, shoot, it's going to cut into our millions. We're not going to be able to have that window office every month. All right. Ship.cars. Elena, do you use Ship.cars?
No, only when Montoy gives me something,
Oh,
and that's rare.
that was funny. That wasn't
use
even
them.
planned. Yeah, Darrin, you use them?
I use them. Actually, believe it or not, I use them a whole bunch. They actually send emails and stuff with loads and everything. So
Awesome. Tell us more. I think their load board looks great, actually.
yeah, it's like any load board. I
Really?
mean, you really got to look but after you start using them, it's like anyone. You know, Central Dispatch. You know, where Metro, whatever. You know,
What
once you
do
start
they
using
even
them,
have there?
Well, that's the downside. Is there a volume problem over there, or what's going on? Like, I mean, but you use it a lot. Tell us more about how you use it, because I just don't know. People don't talk about it much.
Is it just one broker?
Well, no, it's actually three different brokers that always
Okay.
contact us and stuff. So, and we actually get pretty good loads out of them and actually pay pretty well, believe it or not. But
Okay.
you know, it's like anything. You know, when you're on the load boards and you're doing work, whether it's Central, whoever, you know, you do the best you can do, and if you deliver on time and you do it about 3 or 4 times or whatnot, next thing you know, they're calling you. You know, sending you emails. Hey, you in the area? I wish I could be everywhere, but you know, hey, it is what it is.
Well, and I'll tell you what, Darrin, it seemed like on Ship.cars, like they're really into the technology. I'm assuming that their technology is a little better than the average load board. Is that true?
Yeah, you know, don't get me started on the apps now, okay?
Yeah.
You know, it's like a lot of them, they want to use the apps, and you know, so it's one of the drivers, he just doesn't like using apps and having to track you and everything. But hey, it is what it is. You know,
I'll tell you
it's
what,
they require.
that would be that might be the killer right there. If the top load board then requires, if they get into the app requirement game, that could turn into insanity.
Well, you know what? You really got to think about the apps, you know, whether you like them or not or whatnot. But sometimes that app, you know, those pictures are worth 1,000 words a lot of times. You know, that could save you. I mean, we've dropped, and I've actually videotaped all the vehicles that I dropped, and it came back 3 days later, and the whole back end of a car was all messed up, and they're trying to charge us. And I sent them the video. Hey, here's your video. When I dropped it and the guy inspected them, what happened? Then they found out that someone got in one of their cars, or salesman, or someone that backed into a pole or something like that, they said. But they were going to try to charge me $5,000 for it. And it's like, no, I don't think so. So those apps sometimes are worth a lot, the pictures.
Hey, do you the videos you shoot, is that inside of any of the apps, or is that just something you also do?
No, that's just something I do. Especially if if it's going to be a long weekend and they say, hey, you can night drop or STI. I don't like to do that a lot, but if I know the customer, yeah, I'll take a video of all the vehicles. I'll walk around them and show the video where I dropped the keys in their night drop box all the way back to the truck and drive it off. So there's like, hey, those vehicles weren't moved.
How do you add clarity when you shoot a video at night?
Turn the light on your camera. I mean, it's not going to show everything, but I mean, it's good
enough.
You're not going to have major damage.
Okay.
I mean, anything carriers can do, the drivers and this and that. And I always tell my drivers, like, look, man, CYA, if you're going to night drop, make sure you take video, you take pictures of it, where they're dropped, where you drop the keys, make sure that it's okay before you do it. And I only had one issue, that one. Other than that, believe it or not, I have not had anything come back saying there was damages. So it's actually pretty good.
This is a really interesting comment. Mark says that fax is still the most secure way to send documents. I had not thought about that. I think that's
Really?
Yeah, it's news to me.
You can't.
Why would it be the most secure?
I don't know. I'm actually still trying to work that through. I mean, I don't know.
What?
But Mark, I appreciate the comment. That's awesome.
If you think about it, it's true, because if you send something in email or something like that, someone could hack it. Who's going to hack a freaking fax machine?
Well, that gets into exactly. It gets into fax hackers. They're just not as. It's just not as lucrative as it used to be.
Tell a young kid to fax
right,
something.
exactly. That's why. That's why actually one of the load boards they want you to use like a Nintendo 64 to send. Okay. Ship.cars. All right, let's go to Carshipio. Let's talk about Carshipio. Elena, why don't you kick us off? I like where you're headed.
I have nothing to say about that.
That's why we're at load board number 7. I mean, this is important. By the way, I just want to mention there's load boards that people know about that aren't even on this list.
Actually, I've seen them all.
Like Carship, doesn't Auto, what's the name of the company? Auto Direct, don't they dispatch through Carshipio?
Auction Direct.
Auction
Yes.
Direct.
Yeah.
That's how I know about this. That's the
Them and RCG Logistics or RC Logistics uses Auction Direct as well.
okay. So that's how I know about them. Other than that, I don't go there and I don't use them.
RCG, that's right. Doesn't Ty use them too?
Ha! Ty just jumped out a window. All right. Let's go to ACV auctions. Now, this is where it gets tough. Putting the second half of this list together was hard. I mean, Carshipio's above ACV because they got more loads. But do you think more people use ACV?
Never heard of them.
ACV auctions?
Oh, that's why I try to stay away from the auctions.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Well, it's not really an
But,
auction.
but they actually
technically,
do. It's a digital auction for dealer to dealer. So you're moving mostly dealer cars, and what it is ACV auctions. The dealer gets a trade-in and used to take it to the auction, wait and see if it sells, get it reconned, etc. Well, with ACV auctions, they can do all that from their own dealership. So now, as soon as they get a trade-in, they can list it on this digital auction, sell it to another dealer. That other dealer saves on auction fees, gets it faster, or rather can buy it faster, acquire it faster. And now the carrier is moving a dealer to a dealer using ACV Auctions load board.
and they pay excellent.
Okay, there we go. So, I mean, Sue, would you put ACV Auctions above Carshipio as far as you're more likely to
Yes.
book a load there, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So there you go. Now, would you put? Here we go. Let's go further. Would you put ACV Auctions above Ship.Cars?
If we're talking payment wise, yes.
Oh,
They
there we
also
go.
pay very, very, very fast as well.
Right. Would you put ACV
I mean, most
auctions?
of the time, honestly, ACV pays $1 a mile. If you don't see something for $1 a mile, you're going to be shocked. Let's just put it that way. But
So-
okay, would I put it above what?
Would you put it above Ready Auto? Let's keep going. Does ACV auctions?
No,
No. Okay, there we go. So if ACV auctions is
only because of this.
Yeah.
Only because Ready has more loads.
Right.
And and here's the thing, ACV, I know they're getting bigger. They're just not in the areas that I usually travel. There are a lot of East Coast stuff most of the time, whereas Rad is more what I travel, the Midwest. So that's why I would prefer Ready over ACV. But when you get an ACV load, it's like wham bam, you got a great load. You can't give it up. You got to do it. You know what I mean? I mean, they're the ones that pay you the $1,100, $1,200 range cars. And that's what I look for, you know?
Exactly. And you're looking, and that gets down to the brass tacks of what a load board is for, is finding a lot of good paying loads. If it doesn't have
Absolutely.
that, what's the point, right? And that's
Yes.
the problem why so many people just revert back to the top one. But I'm going to say this. I think, I'm taking notes here. I think we're going to move ACV up to number 6 for the moment. Okay? And they might
I'll
stay
give you
there.
that.
Right? So then,
Yeah.
if ACV went to number 6, Ship.Cars slides to 7, Carshipio slides to 8.
Carshipio.
Would that be fair?
Mhm.
Okay, let's keep going.
I would,
Yeah.
I honestly,
Yes.
I hate to say this, I'd put Cars Arrive up before Carship.io.
I know, right? Because that's the thing. And that's why, really, this volume threw us off. I don't know
Yeah,
what's going
It
on
really did.
here.
Yeah,
So-
I would put Red,
Yeah.
Cars Arrive, and Metrogistics on top. Below Central and Super Dispatch.
So how about
Yeah.
okay, how about this, Elena? Does Cars Arrive go above ACV?
For me, it does, because I
Yes.
use Cars Arrive a lot more. I don't think I had a chance to use ACV yet, but we are signed up with them.
So if we did Central Dispatch,
My drivers
Holly,
are signed up.
Central Dispatch, Holly Metro, Super, Ready Auto. That's the top 5. And we made Cars Arrive, because what do you use more, Ready Auto or Cars Arrive?
I use
Ready.
Ready more than Cars
All right.
Arrive.
Cars Arrive is 6, ACV is 7, Ship.Cars is 8, Carshipio is 9. Okay, good. And that's the
Yeah.
whole point, is that one of the things, I'm not afraid to update information in a live show. I think that's helpful. I think it shows that, right, you guys, the community, it's not the Jay show. Right? I'm not even a dispatcher. As I've told some, I don't even move cars. What am I doing here?
Moving people.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Moving people. I like that. People on the move. All right. So if ACV, Ship.Cars, Carship.io, does Run Buggy go under Carshipio?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's take a look at this. Does Carvana go under Run Buggy?
No.
No.
Right. Does Carvana go above Carshipio?
No. Nah.
I mean,
That's a toss up for me.
yeah. Carvana's funny, because I mean they could have
Yeah.
loads, and actually, believe it or not, I know dispatchers in different places that I used to work with that I'll show up and just talk to them, and if they got loads, if I'm in the area, shoot, I can get them, but they're hard. It was a hard company to get on with.
Well, and is it just a rumor, or is there then that risk that you get the load booked and then they take it away from you? Does that happen?
No,
No.
they might take cars, but it still doesn't matter. They're kind of like what I do. They rent the truck for the truckload. So not just 1 or 2 vehicles. A lot of times they'll do by truckload, just like CarMax. So if they say they got 9, you show up, they only got 6, you're still getting paid for the 6, even though, you know, they wanted you to take 9. So, you know, they move cars like CarMax. I mean, it's crazy how they do it.
I like this.
The
We're
individual loads though are different though. I think
Yes.
that's the difference there.
Yeah, because
Like we just had it happen yesterday where we took a 3-pack and it ended up being 1, and you only get 1 and you only get paid for 1.
yeah, but on something like that, if they try doing something like that, I'll just cancel. I mean, it's
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it's not worth
Except-
it. It's
The only problem is it's you drive all the way over there and you're already there. That's my problem with it too. They didn't tell you until you show up. I've had that happen. I've also had it happen with CarMax loads too. Or they had their own private people pick it up for CarMax.
yeah, CarMax, they're
all the time.
they're a little bit
now.
yeah, they're crazy.
You're talking about CarMax. Does CarMax have a load board?
No.
No.
We're talking about the people who run CarMax or have
Oh.
that list the loads for CarMax, which would be RPM, sometimes Metro,
Hogan.
sometimes United Road.
Let's do. Okay, good. Let's do this. I like this. This is the right time to then ask. Okay, companies we didn't put on this list include ACI,
RPM.
right? RPM,
Wholesale.
wholesale, Reindeer,
Yeah.
auto sled. JMN still has a load board, don't they?
Yes.
I don't. Do they?
Yes,
Oh.
they do. Yes, they do. And they run. It's out of Missouri. Is where they run it.
Yeah, they're out
Yeah,
of
they
St.
have a
Louis.
name for it too. I can't remember what it's called. It's
Shit,
and
I
they-
just saw them the other day.
Cheapload.com.
oh. And then there's Sue's favorite. What load board is Sue's absolute favorite?
What is it? Let's hear it. Let's say it.
Run buggy.
You ship.
Right.
Oh god. It's like a dumpster fire inside of a dumpster fire. Oh my gosh. Well, and it's so funny because of all the load boards, then Rob's got it too, is that all of the other load boards, companies, you name it, figured out how to absolutely pilfer the whole swap meet.
Yes.
So that
Yeah.
you don't even need to go there. I mean,
No.
it's totally
Really,
pilfered.
there's no
there
point.
are stacks of companies bidding on every single load.
Yep.
It's the funniest place ever.
Yep.
Allegedly. A rumor
Allegedly.
I heard somewhere. So, all right, ACI, RPM, Wholesale, Reindeer, Autosled, JMN, U-Ship. Why aren't they on the top 12? Should one of them be up there?
No.
Why not? Let's talk about it. Why not? What's some good, honest, down-home advice? Oh, and Rightway. Rightway has something they're doing. I don't know. Fire
Yeah, you
load
said they have a
underbid
load
you.
board or something.
something.
RPM has a load board.
No.
Do they?
But it's not official yet.
Does it?
Yes, they do. But they have just started it. But I just now got a username and password just
Oh,
I
I've
think
been-
today or yesterday.
I've been using their load board for over a year now.
Oh, they just sent me an official email saying they just started the RPM load
Ooh.
board.
Backlots. Okay, good one, Moosey. But backlots posts on Super Dispatch.
Mm.
The question is, for how long?
True that. But I talked
Yeah,
to Super Dispatch and they said they haven't heard anything different about it. They're still going to post on there, which
Fair,
I hope they do. 'Cause
Well,
I love backlot cars.
I know, but who owns backlot cars?
Apparently now cars arrive.
And more specifically, Car Global. And Car Global owns which load board?
Cars arrive.
Cars arrive. So if you own a company, but I mean, hey, Central Dispatch and Ready Auto don't even pass in the hallway, so who knows what'll happen. This is auto transport. You do whatever you want.
True.
But let's
Candy.
clarify one thing though.
Yeah.
It's driving me nuts.
What?
United Road Holly, you have to have a fifth wheel to haul it. That's a requirement, not the old trailers with the whatever
the
kingpin and stuff like that. Yeah, they will not allow them, but you have to have a fifth wheel.
And so what do you think of that requirement?
I love it. Fifth wheel's more safe.
There we go. Okay. So do you think that should be more common?
I'd be honest with you, I do. As a carrier and you want safety out here and everything out on the road, yeah, I truly believe so. And these trailer manufacturers, they're making a lot of these trailers and stuff, you know, they're using the fifth wheel, you know, so, you know, and the DOTs, man, they, especially in Texas, they're really getting on them about without a fifth wheel.
Maybe it wasn't a fifth wheel, Lena. Maybe it was something else that they told you.
No, the fifth
let
wheel.
me see.
What was it?
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Yep. I have in my notes that I'm waiting for my driver to have a fifth wheel hitch set up. That's what they told him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it was the opposite of what we were talking about then.
Yeah. I just wanted to clarify that because I noticed that people put some stuff in the comment section, and I was like, let's clarify that real quick.
We've had a lot of amazing comments. Now, and that's the thing is that this load board topic is not like some small thing. It is right at the heart of the giant brawl that is auto transport. It's a barroom brawl, it seems, because when we look at all the problems that come, I mean, it's just bananas. We've spent how much time on this show? We've spent talking about fax machines. Sheesh! I mean, what are you talking about? It's funny that there's no beeper numbers posted, but and I don't want to get too nuts with not being factual, but Darrin, what do you? Elena gave us some pros and cons. Can you give us some pros and cons of how you see number 1 through 12?
Well, Central Dispatch, you know, the pros and cons, you know, they got all the loads. You know, I mean, some of the cons is, you know, I think is the ratings. I go to the ratings. If they don't have very good rating, I actually go read why. You know, believe it or not, a lot of them are, I think it's just between someone's mad at them or whatnot. But United Road, Holly, I still haven't ran for them. They made me wait to 6 months, and they're so freaking cheap on a lot of stuff and short loads that I don't even do it. Metro, pros and cons, man, you can book your load. You don't even have to talk to anybody. You get have it, all the information, and go. Super Dispatch, I've used, I don't know how many times I've used them. I mean, you know, their app sucks, but, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, as far as getting paid, believe it or not, to this year, or since I started, almost 2 years ago, there's only one person I'm still fighting to get paid from. You know, Ready Auto, I don't think I use them. Ship.cars all the time. ACV, you know, I'm going to look into that. Run Buggy, I think I hauled a couple for them. Cars Arrive, I've actually done loads for them, which is actually pretty good. Carvana, like I said, you know, it's full loads or whatnot. Dispatch Center, believe it or not, I haven't done anything with them yet, and I really need to get on with them. So, I mean, like Ty said, you want a headache, start going through the load board, start looking for loads, try to put stuff together, you know. But the greatest thing about all the load boards and everything, once you start hauling for people, believe it or not, if you do a really good job and everything, they get your information, and next thing you know, they're calling you. You know, and like Ty said, when I talk to him, I go to the dealer, I deliver. Hey, they got loads back there in the back. They got cars ready to be shipped, you know, like ACV, whatever. You know, go to another dealer. Hey, I'm headed that way. Throw that one car on or two cars on and head on. You know, I mean, and they do. They pay even better with that than trying to haul them to the auction. So, I mean, there's money to be made, but you just got to be patient and, you know, just run and do the best you can do. Try not to damage anything. Things are going to happen, but that's what sucks. Excuse me. Then I got one truck on.
Yeah,
I got one truck on, believe it or not, doing it by the hour on an hourly deal through GM.
Oh, nice.
And, you know, it's and that truck does real well. You could have a 5-car hauler and do what that truck does, because they don't put no more than 4 or 5 units on you at a time. That's it. And he went to California, then they sent him from California. They deadheaded him all the way back to freaking Missouri. Pick up a load there, went down to Texas, then went back to California, went back to Texas. And what, 4 units? No, they had 3 units going out each time. Then nothing coming back, and they pay by the hour. Man, it was great.
I want to ask this question. Now, do we see hijinks like triple brokering on other load boards? Or is it just the one?
No. Just the one, as far as I know.
Just
Yeah,
Central.
Yeah,
I mean,
Here.
yeah, Sue.
So now I'm not going to say that you don't see on Central Ready, and I've seen Ready list a car and another broker list a car in the same car. I've seen that. But you're not going to see double brokering on their own load boards, because those are their loads. You know what I mean?
I think
now, Super Dispatch would be different, but I've never seen it. I've never seen it on there.
Well, one of the things I'm trying to get to, because this is a tough subject, is what's the responsibility of, you know, I was looking at eBay, and there's these user agreements and all this stuff. I mean, eBay really cares about their marketplace. You can't just go like full on cooked cat, you know, cussing, lying, and all kinds of crap
Right.
on eBay.
Yeah.
But you can here.
Selling
You can
fake Gucci.
you can do whatever the F you want here, right?
Yes.
I mean, come on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Elena,
I
Darrin, can
completely
you
agree
do
with
whatever
that.
the F you want in this industry?
Well, I mean, I can do whatever I want, but, you know, you're going to pay the price for it.
Yeah.
You know.
You are as a carrier. But I mean on the load board. I mean,
No.
Yeah.
there's some load boards where I mean, come on. You can list a laptop and lie about the rate. You can lie about where the laptop is. I mean, you can do whatever you freaking want. You can't do that on eBay.
Yeah.
True?
No. True.
You know,
You can't list Dixie cups on eBay as like chandeliers.
Actual.
Right.
Can you? I mean, eBay will come down on you and probably stop you from selling. But in auto transport, I mean, you can do whatever you want.
has anybody ever called on a load? And I'll give you an example. They had a vehicle, paid $850 for short miles, real good. Called them up, and they said, "Oh yeah, that doesn't pay $850. It pays $600." I mean, they just change the price. Then they get mad when you call them out on it and say, "Well, this is how the industry works." Then someone like me tells them, "No, that's how you work," you know. But I don't know if anybody else ever had that.
And there seems to be business models and offices based on this understanding. You know, like, I mean, I think there's like, I don't know, indentured captives that get hauled into offices and chained to desks, and they're like, okay, now this is what you do. You post, you lie, you win. You know, if you don't lie, you lose. Trap door at the bottom of the floor. Hit the phones. I had to paint that picture because, I mean, this is insane. It's 2022, and here's the real problem. That'd be fine and all. We could play Dungeons and Dragons with the load boards, but you got shippers that then have to talk to somebody, and they're thinking, you know, it'll be here in 5 minutes with the Amazon and the nachos and the... Whoa, whoa, whoa. I had to, like, fight a dragon to get this load.
That's how it feels sometimes.
Here's a
Uh-huh.
someone put on their seaport service. Send a driver to get a car knowing it's not paid for, and ask the carrier or the driver to pay for it so they can ship it out of wherever they
yeah.
got to. You know, that's
I
happened to
asked
me.
someone to pay $13,000 the other day.
Yeah. And I still remember the
Yeah,
one
crazy.
where can you get the vehicles inspected before you deliver them? Well, you know,
Oh
first of all,
my
you
God,
gotta
right.
Yeah,
you got to have
That
insurance on the
happened to me.
vehicle.
Yeah.
Can you just swing on by a car wash and get those cleaned up for me?
Well,
Yeah,
the streak and
that
beacon.
too. Yeah.
Hey, the streak and beacon does good. You know, they're going to pay you, though.
The streak and beacon. Thanks, kicking up dust. Oh, and hey, I want to mention this too. You know what? There's still a load board nobody mentioned. And do you know why? Literally nobody talks about this load board when it comes to vehicles. And yet, this load board has vehicles. You know what it is?
No.
You won't even guess because nobody ever talks about this load board. And the reason I'm kind of standing on this little soapbox is because I talked to some folks at this company. I'm like, did you know that? Because I said, do you have cars? They're like, what? Of course we have cars. I'm like, really? Nobody ever mentions it. Like, nobody ever talks about this load board. Are you ready? Drum
Yes.
roll. Now I'm just... now I just feel bad that I said all that.
Well, what load board?
1, 2, 3 load
Yeah,
board.
come on.
1, 2, 3 load
1,
board?
2, 3 load board. Yeah. Have you heard of them?
No, but I'm going to look it up.
I thought that was a freight thing.
Exactly. Exactly. They have freight and cars. Like lots
I
of
didn't
cars.
know they had cars. I thought it was just a freight board.
That's
really?
the whole
Easy
point.
to sign
That's
up.
sad.
Exactly. Nobody knows anything about this load board, but they have cars. Yeah, they have cars. I don't even know
Really?
anything about them. Yeah, let's go
Oh,
look
you
at
have to pay for that.
Ah, well, that's
think
what's so
it's
funny.
like-
See, everybody in trucking has already been conditioned to pay for every load board. How much is it? Oh, that's not that much, but I guess in the grand scheme of things, I mean, if everything was $50 a month, geez, right?
Well, at least we could afford them.
I mean, right, Darrin? I mean, if you had a nickel for every $50 a month you paid, you'd be hauling
Yeah,
nickels.
That's why I'm glad I just, I use the ones I use. And actually, we got a lot of customers now call, and it's taken a lot to get there. But, central dispatch and all the load boards, and, it takes a lot to get to that. But if I had to pay for every single load board, sure, you're looking at what? How much? I mean, that's a lot of money if you really think about it. $600-700 a month, $1,000 a month.
Yeah, if every load board was $50 a month, yeah, you're at I mean you're at $600 a month just in load boards.
Yeah, that's $7,200 a year. Shoot, $7,200. Man, I could buy some nice drive tires.
Well, and I think therein lies the problem is when we look at the business model. I mean, the truth is, yeah, a car hauler can make a lot of money. But when you itemize, you go accountant on this deal, shoot. Insurance, just tires alone, fuel, all the other maintenance, surprise problems, parking and fees and all kinds of other crap because nobody ever wants you to be anywhere, sleep anywhere, do anything, ELD, right? Load boards. I mean, you add it all up. I mean, you could easily have half of that money out the door. No problem. Gross 100, spend 50, no problem.
You know, I'm getting into getting a couple 5-car haulers they want to lease on, and I'm going to try to get into that, but I might be calling Sue on that. What do you think, Sue?
Sure, give me a call. We'll talk about it.
I don't know. A little bit hard, I think.
To do 5-car haulers?
Hot shotters love 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because they're hot shotters. See, that's another thing. When you're a hot shotter, you don't need anything else. You got hot shot going for you. Dude, I'm hot shot.
You don't even need the correct insurance either.
You don't need nothing, man. Come on. I'm hot shot.
You don't need an EDL.
And I apologize with an asterisk to all load boards and hot shotters that didn't appreciate what I just said. But it is weird. You know. Okay. I think my head hurts, and I think we're at the end. But I like that we updated this list. I think we've got. So, okay. So let's do a head-to-head here. Let's go back through the top 5. Okay. Central Dispatch, Holly, Metro, Super, Ready. Is that the top 5?
No, I think we were changing it, weren't we?
Well, Central, United. Let's go back up. Okay. Should United Road be second?
No.
No.
Right.
No.
They should be 12th.
Okay. Thank you. So who should be second?
Probably Metro. I'd give Metro that.
Do we concur?
No.
Who's second? Who's second in your book, Darrin? Elena?
Mine would be Central, or not Central, but Super Dispatch. I use them more than Metro.
I'm kind of in between Ready and Metro, but I also would choose Metro just because they have more loads.
So if Metro was second, who's third?
Ready.
Darrin, what would you
For
say?
me, it would probably be Super Dispatch.
Sue, is Metro second or Super Dispatch second?
Metro is second. Super Dispatch should be third. Then we go with Ready, Auto, Cars Arrive.
Okay.
Maybe.
So look at that.
Somewhere in
Super,
there.
Did you see that, Super Dispatch? You guys just went up in the load board ranking. Wow, that's cool. All right, so Central
They know I love
Dispatch. I know. A lot of people do. Central Dispatch, Metro, Super is 1, 2, 3. Who's fourth?
Ready?
Is it Ready?
I think so. Elena really likes them. She would put Ready up higher, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So should we put Holly as fifth?
No.
I'm with him. I don't think Holly should be fifth either.
All right.
I
there's
put
just too much
Ship.Cars.
cheap freight on there.
Cars up there before I put Holly up there.
Can we live with Ship.Cars as number 5?
I would put Cars Arrive
I
there.
don't use them that.
Oh yeah,
I would
see.
too, Cars
Okay,
Arrive.
we have so we have Ready at 4th, so we have Cars Arrive and Ship.Cars fighting for 5th place.
I just don't use Ship.Cars very often.
All right, I'm going to put Cars Arrive as 5th because this is much closer. I mean, this is very similar to my top 5.
Yeah, after you are able to sign up for them, because it's really
Sure.
hard and long.
To sign up for
Road.
Cars Arrive?
Yes, because they're so picky
Yeah.
with insurance. If you have the wrong wording on it, you gotta be careful. And
So
like
should-
Sue said, you can't let them know that the company has a dispatcher.
So should you put
Yeah.
Ship.Cars above Cars? I mean, you
I
just
wouldn't,
listed a
only
lot
because
of reasons.
I don't use it.
Yeah. Okay.
I still use Cars Arrive more than I use Ship.Cars.
Yeah, I wouldn't even have
And-
ship.cars in the list.
All right. All right. So, oh my God, this is so crazy. All right. So we got Central Dispatch, Metro, Super Dispatch, Ready, Cars Arrive. I mean, Holly fell off, Carshipio fell off. Do you guys agree with that? Like,
Yeah,
like they
definitely
fell off the top
Carshipio.
5. So could number 6 be Holly or Carshipio?
Holy.
No. Cars on the Move, number 6.
Which one's Cars on the Move?
What?
That's Ty. That's Ty and his information.
Cars on the Move.
Ty, you need to be number 1. That's right. Ty
That
needs
is
to be up there on
awesome,
the top.
man. Oh my God. Wow.
Well,
I mean,
see,
if you're gonna go-
our
if you're gonna go by
perspective. I mean, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was gonna say if you're
I
gonna
was
go
just
by
gonna say
the
our
amount of quality-
perspective. Yeah. Well,
This is so
and our perspective is different than yours because we're looking for smaller car haulers. So that's why we look at different boards
Right.
too.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, because Sue, you book cars on Holly, right?
I do. If they pay well
Exactly. Well,
That's
all
the
right.
trick with them.
Well, what? Okay, see, here's the thing: is we're getting into. All right, we're gonna go back through the top. Number 1, Central. Number 2, Metro. Number 3, Super. Those are locked in. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Everyone can live with that. We're locked in.
Right.
All right. So, all right. So, number 4th, we're going to do Ready. I can agree with that because Ready really is pretty easy to use.
Yes.
Okay. And I mean, and everybody uses Ready Auto. One dispatch. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now, we're going to lock in Ready as number 4th. Okay. Here's where it gets tough. Who's number 5? Is it Cars Arrive? Is it ACV? Or is it Holly or Ship.Cars?
Cars arrive.
I think it's Cars Arrive.
All right, so we're going to lock in Cars Arrive at number 5. So then who's number 6? Is it Ship.Cars, AC?
Ship.Cars.
Okay, so Ship.Cars versus ACV.
Yeah, because I don't know anything about ACV, but I'm gonna get on their site and start looking at them. So, as mine, that'd be Ship.Cars.
And I'll tell you what, Sue, I think that we had ACV above Ship.Cars, and you pointed out something important. So we're going to put ACV as number 6 and Ship.Cars as number 7. Can we live with it?
Well, the only reason why I say ACV should be lower, because I'll give him Ship.Cars
'Cause
higher,
of the
only
volume?
because ACV doesn't do a lot of work in my area. Well, no, it's more about where they have the loads at. And I'm a Midwest girl, and they don't do a lot of Midwest stuff. They're more East Coast right now. Now, don't get me wrong, they're going to get there because they're going to be huge, I think. But
What's
I
that?
like ACV,
Ship.Cars?
sorry, but I do
Yeah.
like how they pay. Yeah,
Ty is
no,
totally right. We
I'm
need
talking
like a
about
moving
Ship.Cars, I think
load
should be
board.
next.
Oh, totally. We do. Where we can up
Well,
and
it's all
down vote
your
like Reddit.
perspective.
All right, so
It's all your perspective. It's all where you travel. So this is it's gonna be based on where you're
But-
from and how many cars.
But
you
I want to
move and
point this
stuff like
out.
that,
I mean,
too.
this has been really good for Ship.Cars. Am I wrong? Because Ship.Cars is getting a lot of
Talk.
airtime right now. Yeah. Whereas, I mean, again,
Yeah.
how often do people talk about Ship.Cars? I've always thought they were underrated.
Me too.
They are underrated. They've always been underrated. I'm not sure why that is. I think it speaks volumes about their ownership. That's the problem.
I think what it is, a lot of people probably don't know a lot about them or just haven't used them, and is what I think. But
Well,
they do a lot of Midwest units because I get a lot of them out of the Midwest coming back towards Texas.
the thing is that the growing underbelly of this industry has risen to the surface. And there's this perception about, we talked about it with U-Ship, we're hitting on it with Ship.Cars, and the triple brokering, and the being tied to a desk, and lying to people. The thing is, that underbelly has come home to roost. Because too many people know of the BS stacked 6 feet throughout this industry. Now, the shippers don't know. Although they find out the hard way. We saw one in industry news that stumbled into a YouTube channel because they were ready to lose it. So this bet that nobody would ever talk, well, time's up, as they say. And we're talking about it. And so I think Ship.Cars, I'm not sure what they need to do, but I think Ship.Cars, it has potential if they got more loads, and I don't know. Sorry, I just made a speech there. ACV, Ship.Cars, we had it earlier in that order, we're keeping it. Okay, ACV 6, Ship.Cars 7. We've got Car Shipio at 8. I know there's going to be some. This is where the tiers come in. We're going to get some tiers. We got Car Shipio at 8. We got Carvana at 9. That's not horribly off, right? Oh, but we don't have Holly though. I'm sorry, we don't have Holly.
I'd hate to say it, but I got to put Holly above Carvana.
And I'm going to. So okay.
Yeah.
So help me out, Sue. If ACV is 6, should it be ACV or Holly?
I would take ACV over Holly any day.
Okay. What about Ship.Cars versus Holly?
Holly.
Oh, Ship.
Ship.Cars.
I don't usually use
Oh,
Ship.Cars.
Holly has
the
dropped
big
from
M has
number
something.
2 to like number 8 live. I mean, ouch. Why? Why does Holly keep falling in the ranking?
Cheap rates.
Their rates is a big, their rates is the biggest thing.
You think
And they do a
anybody's
lot of short runs. You know, they
Right.
got those
Short
$50
runs and
loads
cheap
on
rates.
there.
Yeah.
You know. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, all right, Car Ship.io or Holly?
Holly.
Holly.
Okay. So Holly is 8, Car Ship.io is 9, Carvana is 10. Does that make sense?
Where's Run Buggy?
11.
I put Run Buggy above Carvana.
Would anybody
I
else
don't
though?
like Run Buggy at all.
See,
No,
that's the thing.
I don't
We still hear a
like
lot
Run
of
Buggy.
negativity about Run Buggy as far as use.
Yeah.
Let's keep it that way. I don't hear people talk about I use Run Buggy. Now I think what's happened is I think Run Buggy's gotten in with a lot of dealers and maybe auctions. So I think they got a lot of users in business. I just never hear carriers talk about them. Am I right? Am I close?
Because their board is horrible. Their board is horrible.
What's wrong with the board?
Number one.
Yeah, tell me about the board.
It doesn't work. I mean, finding a load is near to impossible, but not only that, you can apply for the load, never hear from them, never get the load. Like today, we signed up a driver for a load that was on Central, called for the load. They said, you have to sign up. Here's the link. She gets all the stuff done, and then they say that load's not available. It was never available.
Oh my God,
See,
that's
that kind
happened.
of
I don't
stuff,
know how
that-
many times.
Yeah. It's just a waste of time. We could have been booking something else and moving.
That sounds like madness. That sounds like dispatching. Well, so all right, Run Buggy goes below Carvana, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Run Buggy's 11, and I'm keeping Dispatch Center at 12 because I think Dispatch Center has potential. I think it's just still. I don't know.
Growing.
Yeah, I mean, still growing. Tell me more. You guys fill in the blanks.
I mean, easy to work with, but still growing. You know, they'll move up in the ranks as time progresses. I do believe. I think. You know.
I agree with you. That's why they're on the list.
You know, I've never had an issue with them. I mean, they're actually pretty respectful in this and that. So, you know, what I wish is everybody did, which I commend freaking Super Dispatch. They have now the rating systems and stuff like that, and the positive, the negative ratings, and so that does good. That helped a whole bunch. But
Hey, Auto Sled. Ty's asked. Let's talk about some of the ones we haven't talked about, and then we're going to wrap this up. Auto sled.
Don't know nothing about them.
They're okay.
Yeah. So
They're okay. They usually pay well.
Sue, do you use auto sled?
I mean, if you call for to get a load, you just sign up with them, and they want you to use a certain app, and usually their app doesn't work, but they usually pay really well. I've never had any problems with that part of
You
it.
mean like a
They're real nice
services app?
when you call to get a load and stuff. Yeah, I don't use that one either.
I don't know how we're going to do the app show. Like,
we're gonna have an app show. I agree.
Man. We are. Well, we had we had mobile app tug of war, which was actually pretty cool. But what mobile app tug of war was lacking was this kind of structure so that we could dive in, because we just came up with a new top 12 live here tonight, and I mean I think it's pretty good, and we're gonna share it. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Tuning in. What are you doing tuning in 2.75 hours into my show? All right, here we go. Top 12. Ready?
Hello,
By the way,
Russell.
hey, before I read it, now, like auto sled, do you use auto sled because you saw it on Central and then you're going there, or did you go there?
Yeah. Well, you just call. No, you just call and get the load from them.
Okay.
As far as I know, they don't have a load board.
And this is where, okay, like wholesale doesn't have a load board, right? But you think they should.
No, right.
And,
oh, absolutely. I think they
and
should.
Reindeer has a load board, but, I mean, it's so small, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I like Reindeer, but they're not worried about that volume. That's the thing, is what you won't find on Reindeer is a bunch of triple loaded crap, right?
Right.
You won't
True.
find that, and I'm sure they're proud of
Right.
it.
Yep. And they pay well,
HDI.
and they give you
Right.
local terminals, and you can
Yeah.
give them
You can
a
always drop.
3-day window for pickup and delivery, and they don't care.
Right. I agree.
Yeah. So, and that's where, so like, again, a load board is really a list, an ongoing changing list that where you can rely on finding loads really no matter what your route is. That's the
Right.
good side.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, here we go. Here's the updated top 12 auto transport load boards 2022. Here we go. We had it like this. We updated it. It is now Central Dispatch, still number 1. Metro has moved to number 2. Super Dispatch has moved to number 3. Ready Auto has moved to number 4. So we had this order right. It's just that United Road has dropped, actually quite tremendously. Which is unfortunate. Now, Cars Arrive, we were confused. You confused us there for a minute, but we threw Cars Arrive back up to number 5. We moved ACV up to 6. Ship.Cars is now number 7. And then we added Holly at number 8. Carshipio is now 9. We've moved Carvana up 1 spot to 10. Because Carvana, why is Carvana so low? You know that, like, they would be like, why? But why is Carvana so low on this list?
It's how they do their loads. You know, it's hard to get a load, and you know, you might get a full load, and this is what it pays. You show up, okay, well, we took 5 away from you, so now it pays this. So, you know, it's as a carrier, once I book a load and say and they got 8 units, when I show up, I want 8 units. I don't want to show up, well, they only got 3. Well, this is what the 3 paid. Well, you know what? Screw you. You know, I mean, it's a waste. If you're gonna post a load on a load board or something like that, give you the load, plain and simple.
Right.
You know, or the pay.
Well,
they don't ever answer the phone. You can't ever get them to answer the phone. If you do use their ePay manager and you book a load on the ePay manager load, do you realize sometimes it takes 2 to 3 hours to get that load? And if your driver's sitting there, what are you supposed to do with that? And then when you call them and ask them, when you finally get through to call them to ask them these questions, by the way, which sometimes takes an hour to do, then you find out, oh yeah, we're still working on it. We're going to send it over to you. Or we gave it to somebody else. That's the other thing I don't like about their board. It doesn't tell you whether you got it or not until you actually physically get it. You never know.
You just pointed out a really important, Darrin had one too, but Sue, yours is, and this is one of the other things that's a fundamental problem, is you can't set a load board on autopilot. There's a reason a dispatch office is busy with human beings touching phones. It's moment to moment.
Right.
Crap happens constantly. So this whole, like, 2 people trying to manage a nationwide thousands of loads load board is ridiculous. It's an absolute denial of the way this industry even works.
Yeah.
If you're going to have a load board with thousands of loads and you're listed as the top, you can't have just a few people like changing the ribbon on the fax machine.
That's why I like Metro.
Right.
That's why I like Metro. You just, hey, click on it. It's your load. Here's your information. It's all automated. Here you go.
Yeah. Well, and that's why I like Ready, right? Like,
Yep.
you hit the button and you...
I agree.
Yeah.
And Cars Arrive, also big plus with Cars Arrive, they give you extra 10 minutes to decide if you want the load or not.
Yeah, ACV does that too. Which gets into another fundamental problem, is this idea that carriers do not get a say in the rate.
Always
true with Metro.
ask for more money.
And that's why, because, I mean, right? Like, I know there's probably plenty of industries in this example, because this is America, we believe in capitalism, and Jay, you can't talk like that. But the thing is that when the worker gets no say in the rate, what have you done? It's kind of like the Amazon workers that work like, you see, there's TikToks now. This is what you get. TikToks of worker bees working like crazy, trying to live on a packet of nachos or whatever and sleeping for 10 minutes in a closet. I mean, if you're going to operate that way, there's going to be a backlash. And on this whole idea that carriers don't get a say in the rate, I mean, come on, man. You can't just tell the shipper it's going to be cheap and that your granddaddy did it. But I know I'm getting way off base. But it comes into play, is that, because you said it. Why did Holly fall from number 2 to number 8? Right. Why?
Cheap rates.
Cheap rates.
And there you go.
Cheap.
There you go. So it does matter. You can have great technology and all kinds of fancy and whatever, but if it's cheap, people are talking about it. Shoot, we got 4 people talking here, and I think 3 of them said it. Well, the only reason I didn't is because, well, I'm Switzerland, and I don't even work here. Let's see here. Okay, I think that's it. We got our 12. We talked about the other load boards. Guys, it's now time for final thoughts. Final thoughts. We'll start with Sue. We'll go to Elena. Then we'll go to Darrin. Final thoughts, Sue.
Final thoughts. Well, this has been an interesting thing, I guess. I honestly believe that all of these load boards will still be around for years to come. As far as the rates, I know you think that we should have a right in doing it. I completely agree with you, but I really don't think we have a lot to say when it comes to rates. We try. But if they're not going to come up on price, they're not going to come up on price. So you have to make a decision there. You know what I mean? And you know as well as I do, there's certain load boards you're not getting more money out of on this list right here we're looking at. You know how this works. Other than that, I think it's been great that we all got together. I liked having different views of what everybody else sees on this. And good times. What can I say? Goodbye, Sue.
But, and I just want to say this because I do believe there will be people taking notes now and later. And
Oh yeah.
so while it feels like nobody cares, just saying it and yelling it, finally somebody will care. And it's not just finally, but somebody will care again. How about that? Elena?
Well, we know it's not number one, but yes, I agree with you.
Yes, I wish number one actually cared the most
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
our opinion of them.
Yeah.
Thank you for inviting me, Jay. Your show is awesome as always. You're really funny. I love watching your show. It's like I told Sue, my favorite show is Game of Thrones, and yours is number 2 after Game of Thrones.
Oh, wow. That is amazing. Did you hear that?
It was really fun.
It's because
Wow.
of his hair, isn't it?
No, it's because of his jokes.
Somebody once said here, there was a couple years ago, King of the North! We had King of the North going on. Oh, man. What I would give for a bear rug and a sword. Oh.
My God.
Darrin, since that wasn't an awkward transition, Darrin, final thoughts.
Hey, for all the carriers out there, use whatever board. Use what you like. I mean, just because the ones we want like doesn't mean you might not like them. So go with what you have. Go out there, do the best job you can do, and try to keep the rates up, and have that final number of what you want to haul for, and stick to your guns. And always ask for more money from all them. I do it all the time. If they offer 500, I'm saying I want 600. And I always tell them too, hey, I'm in the area. I can pick the car up in the next hour or so, this and that. And if they say no, hey, okay, here's my number. Call me. 95% of the time, they call me back within 15 minutes with a lower number, but usually I'll take it. But hey, just do the best you can do. Enjoy it, or you can get the cars moved and enjoy the load boards and enjoy the freaking headaches, and hopefully you get paid. And if you have any issues, hey, call Sue. I hear she's a really good dispatcher.
Thanks.
That's actually another fundamental part. Thank you. Is that the value dispatchers bring to carriers is so understated. It's so misunderstood. One could argue that the broker argument that dispatchers are illegal is because somebody realized that maybe there are too many middlemen, and actually they're the middlemen that there's too many of. I don't know. I don't know what has happened, but there are so many fundamental misunderstandings in how this industry works. And the poor shipper. I mean, they get told all this stuff, and then they have no idea what they're in for. None. Totally blindsided. At least the carriers know some of these problems.
Yeah.
These shippers have no idea.
No. Not unless they've stood on both sides of it. I agree.
A great show would be, starting in the car haul business, what to expect. I mean, I can look back on it almost year and 8 months, and when I first started to where I am now. Wow, what awakening that was.
Well, and you know what? I think one of the things at play here is it's really hard to compartmentalize and organize all of the different things that needed to be understood, learned, etc. And what I'm now hoping for is over time, with all of the indexing I do of the shows, maybe we'll be able to diagram time codes of different shows that you can follow along. And I don't know, because what we have to do is we have to try to figure out how to organize all of this information, which again is why I want to thank you guys so much for helping me try to organize just this one topic. Thank you. Thanks for taking the time.
Hey, wait. I appreciate being on the show. I love being on the show. I really do.
Well, thank you, Darrin. And it bothered me so much that you couldn't comment. What happened there?
You know what? I don't know, but I went back like 10 or 15. Finally, I just got upset and just turned it off. I was like, I was so mad. But today I clicked on it and I got right to it. So I don't know. Maybe I was doing something wrong, but oh well. Hey, things happen like that. But again, it was great being on the show. I love being on the show all the time.
Thank you. I mean, you're not on the comments. It happens all the time. I'll see on my phone that I've got a new comment on YouTube. I'll go to read it, and it'll say comment not available. It happens at least once a week, multiple times a week. And I'm thinking, that's not possible that there's that many people commenting multiple times a week only to retract the comment before I can even read it. What's going on?
You didn't pay your subscription?
Yeah, I paid the phone bill. It's YouTube. It's free. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know if it's this channel. I don't know what it is. But I did find that controversy, and I'm going to keep talking about it. Because I think there's something funny in the water. I mean, because I've seen Sue and I talked about this with Sue and Ty, and I know it's what do they call it, sour grapes and all that stuff. But I've seen videos where like a dude stands on the side of the road and makes up crap for 10 minutes, and it's thousands of views. Okay, come on, man. We just put together this giant show about one of the fundamental problems in this industry, and we got it'll after the show it'll say 20 views. I don't know. Whatever, man. I just want to thank everybody in the live chat. And I want to thank everybody in the show. Sue, Elena, Darrin, and I want to thank everybody that pumped into the super chat. I know Super Dispatch was in there. That was awesome. John Cochran is here. Gartho Logistics is here. Ty is here. So thank you everybody so much. Candy.
Ty's not in bed yet?
No kidding, right?
My driver Russell is there. Hi, Russell.
Russell, the driver's here? That's awesome.
Yep.
Oh, RBE. So was he working late? Because he came in late. Was he working?
Hey, Rob.
Yes.
Driving,
just got to a stopping point. That makes so much sense. That's actually why I started the show at 8 o'clock. Because I was, thinking, drivers are busy all day.
It's 11 here.
Yeah, well, now it's just late. So, oh no, Auto Ship's out of beer. Yeah, we gotta cancel.
No.
We gotta shut down. We gotta go on a beer run. Perfect timing. So listen, guys, thank you so very much. I appreciate your participation. I'm glad that you enjoyed being here. That means a lot to me. So thank you all so much.
Love it.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, please join us. Hey, Darrin and Elena, please join us on Dispatching Live whenever you can, because it's this every Thursday. So if you like insanity, join us on Thursdays at noon.
I always
Thursdays at
do.
noon.
Thursdays
Cool.
at noon. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye to Sue and Elena and Darrin. Good night, you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good night.
Goodbye.
Good night.
Good night.
Goodbye, Sue.
Goodbye,
Sue.
Sue.
See you guys.
Okay. All right, and there it is. Cut it out. Haven't heard that since the 80s. All right, yeah, I do like the new hours too. I mean, I'm getting used to it, and I think it works. And I think it's better for the audience and the East Coast, because we have so many folks on the East Coast that tune in, that we bring in the panels. Let me just do a little housekeeping here. We've got next Tuesday night, we're going to do Managing Auto Transport Operations. That is kind of a brainstorming session for the car conference panel in March. That's going to be great. We've got Capture More with Black Widow coming up the next Tuesday is actually February 1st. So this is the last show in January 2022 in the books. February's got, Managing Auto Transport Operations, Capture More with Black Widow Imaging. Oh man, NADA show Energy. And then we've got, oh my gosh, there's some cool stuff coming up in February, so that's pretty awesome too. I want to say thank you again to ACV Auctions, Superflow Systems, Murphy Auto Transport Services, Black Widow Imaging. I want to thank everybody for tuning in the live chat. Again, the super chats were amazing, really helpful. We have a lot of plans for this year, and we've already started on those plans. And you saw what we're doing at Car Conference. There's even more to it than that, but we're still working on some of those things. I never try to say anything as soon as I say this. I brainstorm live, Jay. Another awesome, informative show. Thank you so much, Chris. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, saying hello. And if you missed this show live and you're watching on demand, please do leave a comment below. Let us know how we can help you. If you are looking to improve on your regulations and the whatnot, tune in for DOT compliance. Noon tomorrow. We've got Brianna's special guest on Thursday. Tim on the melting block of ice on Friday. Auto Transport Intel is 4 times a week, and it's just nonstop. I'm literally sitting in this chair nonstop. I'm either working on a show, doing a show, or finalizing a show, and around it goes. So let me know how I can help you guys. Really appreciate you tuning in. Thank you for being part of the car hauling community here on ATI. Here comes the car hauler. Stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Peace out, everybody.